And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Unlimited Freedom. This is Vaughn with Unlimited Freedom, guys. And today we're going to be getting into the live broadcast. Okay, live broadcast that I do every single Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That is 12 p.m. Central Time and 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Okay, so we're going to be getting into that today. I'm going to answer your guys' questions live here on the show. And also, feel free to drop me a comment, drop me a chat, and I will attempt to get to those as well while we're going through everything. It's been a crazy week. A lot of good stuff going on. But before I crack into everything, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and I am not your financial advisor, okay? I'm just a guy who comes on here. I share what I'm doing in a lot of different areas, okay? So we talk about crypto on here. We talk about crypto platforms. We talk about Forex trading. We talk about high-frequency Forex trading. We talk about the stock market. We talk about dividends, okay? We talk about a lot here at the Unlimited Freedom Network, okay? And it is a network. Guys, it's a network because I'm not focused on just one platform. And I don't think you should be focused on just one platform either. It's better to diversify, right? So the Unlimited Freedom Network is a network of a multitude of different platforms, a multitude of different opportunities, and we diversify, right? That way, if one of the opportunities fails, if one of the opportunities falls apart, if one of the opportunities rug pulls, well, guess what? We're not at a total loss, right? Because if you got 7 streams of income and one of those streams of income dries up, you still got 6 more left, right? So that's why it's so important to diversify, and that's what we're all about here on this channel. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every single time I release a new video. Also, it helps me out a ton when you guys hit the like button because it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and it also helps to let me know. Okay, it helps to let me know that you guys are getting some value from what it is that I do here. So yeah, I need to hear that feedback as well. Okay, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment. Okay, I always read your guys' comments, and I love interacting with you guys. And as you know, just like we're doing right now, we go live every Friday, and we hit those comments. Okay, I respond to those. Also, guys, the links are in the description. So if you're interested in any of the platforms that I talk about on here, whether it be, whatever it is that we're talking about at the time, VidiLook is one of them. You've got a multitude of different platforms that we talk about. The links are all in the description. So all you have to do is go to the description of this video, open up the description of this video, and boom, you'll pull up a drop-down menu. It will have all of the links to everything that I'm talking about. Okay, and make sure that you go to the the live tab, okay, to see my live broadcasts, because the live broadcasts are not put in the same category as the regular videos. So if you want to see the live broadcasts, just hit the live tab, and that way you can go and check out the live broadcasts. Also, guys, in the description is my book, The Power of Leadership. Okay, I did this book with Matt Morris last year. This book has been featured on some of the prominent news networks. Okay, it's a book that I wrote, Matt wrote it, and there's a lot of other important entrepreneurs that contributed to this book. It's a collaborative book. Okay, I wrote one chapter, Matt wrote a chapter, and the other chapters are written by a lot of other great entrepreneurs and business leaders. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, the link to the book is in the description as well. And so without further ado, guys, let me hit your guys' chat real quick, and then I will get into the comments. All right. Family members still waiting for payouts from February 10th. I am now waiting for this Monday's pay. Consistency has left Novatech. That's true. Very skeptical about their longevity from here on out. The jokes on Telegram from them are not appreciated either. When money is at stake, right? Reinvest and don't get stuck like the rest. Not comforting words, right? Has the company gone bonkers? There's that word again. Johnny, still no bonus payments. They all still say pending. Am I doing something wrong? My upline is gone. No response. I'm using Cash App. Address matches still, so I'm at a loss. February, March. Okay, my payment still hasn't come in either, man. So I don't think that you're doing anything wrong. Okay, I just think that we that they're paying a scattergun type of approach. The payments have been slowing down, and as I say on here, and as you guys know, slow pay usually turns into no pay. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry that you still haven't gotten your payments out, but that's just another red flag that we are seeing. Wayne Gray. Emon, you have a great show. Watch you all the time. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate you. Zion Asher, I have been receiving mine 48 hours after cash out. My fourth cash out straight. That's good, man. I mean, I haven't received mine. A lot of other people haven't received theirs. So it just seems like there's no consistency, right? It feels like it's just like they're like randomly, paying these cash outs. It's weird. Uh Next up, Joshua, is crypto programs website working for anyone right now? I can't log in. Yeah, I checked that. I actually got your comment this morning, earlier this morning when I first woke up. I logged in, I checked it out. Everything was working fine for me. So not sure what's going in there. Maybe try a different blouse browser, right? Try your phone, right? Or try a different computer. I mean that's all I can say. Other than that, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to log in. Okay, so let's crack into the comments, guys. Here's the first one. When you mentioned about needing the money, and this is talking about Novatech. Okay, so I mentioned on one of my videos about Novatech that some people really need that money right now. Yes, a lot of people are in it for the long run. They're just rolling over their profits. They're rolling over their bonus account payments. They're not really trying to withdraw money. There are a lot of people like that, guys, but there's also a lot of people out there who need the money, right? They need the money. So what about them? They can't get into their trading account, right? They can't get any of the money out, and if they need it, it's not there, right? So to go on with this comment, when you mentioned about needing the money, I put in for a withdrawal as I live in Thailand. Hey man, shout out to you for living in Thailand and welcome. Welcome from Thailand. I've been to Thailand. I loved it. I had a great time in Thailand. Okay, put in for a withdrawal as I live in Thailand and lost both my parents. My condolences to you for that, and needed the money to fund my trip back. This was back in December last year. I've since been back to the UK. It cost me around 3,000. I still haven't recovered from that. I cannot wait to get out of this shower of bleep. I feel like a fool for ever getting involved with this scam. And now I'm hoping I can get some money out of my bonus account to pay off my credit card bill. This has turned into a cult with that crazy woman playing with people's lives. Bless it, bless this, bless that. He's basically saying, let us get out of this shambles. Okay, thank you for the comment. Yeah. So this is exactly what I was talking about. Your situation is exactly what I was talking about. Guys, a lot of people actually really need to get that money out of their trading account and they can't. Right? So try to put yourself in their shoes for a second. So if you're somebody who's just like a true firm believer in Novatech and you're saying, "Hey, quit crying on YouTube, the money's going to come, just be patient. It's not an ATM," so on and so forth. Why don't you try putting yourself in this guy's shoes? Okay, seriously. I mean, he had a family emergency, he had a crisis. You can't control what happens in life, and he needs to pull his money out of his trading account, but he can't because nobody can. I can't, you can't, he can't. Because the accounts are frozen indefinitely, right? We were all waiting for this April 1st thing, which is tomorrow, right? We don't know if they're going to make an announcement. Hopefully they will, but Cynthia already came out and said, "Hey, you guys are going to have to roll with me for a few more months." Basically, she extended the freeze indefinitely. So, at this point, if I were you, I wouldn't even think. I mean, I know you probably got a lot of money in there, man. But if I were you, I wouldn't even. I honestly, at this point, I would consider it a loss. I hope that you're able to get your money out. I hope that at some point they reopen up the trading accounts. I hope that they get it together with the bonus accounts. But it's the end of March. And I still haven't gotten my bonus account withdrawal that I put in virtually at the beginning of March just to test the system, right? It's just a bonus account withdrawal, guys. Okay. It wasn't for a huge sum of money, right? It was just a bonus account withdrawal. I wanted to see how it would work. I still haven't gotten paid. A lot of people haven't gotten paid. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no sense to it. And like I said, slow pay, unfortunately, usually turns into no pay. Thank you for the comment. Hey Vaughn, when you sign up with VidiLook and fund your account, is there a specific coin that you have to use? Can you fund it with Bitcoin? Elaborate on this one for me if you don't mind in your Q&A. Thanks, bro. You are welcome. Yeah, USDT TRC20. So it's USDT on the Tron network. Okay, if you don't know what the Tron network is, if you don't know what USDT on the TRC20 network is, you need to get, first and foremost, you need to get a non-custodial wallet like Exodus. Look up Tron, and then look up USD TRC20. That's a good question. So everything that VidiLook does, guys, is on the Tron network, okay? So a lot of these platforms that I work with are on the Tron network. It's just a preference for the particular platform, okay? What we're trying to do, guys, is we're trying to work with platforms that have decentralized funding. We don't want to be controlled by the banks. We don't want to be controlled by government regulations. We don't want to be controlled by any of that stuff, right? We want to be able to do honest, free trade where, hey, you're doing a service. I'm investing in your service. It's between me and you. And the Tron network right now is good for that. So it's USDT TRC20, USDT TRX on the Tron network. Not to be confused with USDT ERC20, which is on the Ethereum network. So, since I'm on this topic, let me tell you what I do when I get paid out from VidiLook. I just took a payment earlier today. As you guys know, last week I cashed out a couple $100 on Wednesday, and then I cashed out a couple more $100 today. Shout out to VidiLook, man. Great platform. Links in the description if you guys are interested in that. You basically just you play ads on your computer and you make money. I make 45 USDT per day just playing ads. So what I do is I cash out from well, first you have to transfer your VDL coin. So you get paid in something called VDL token. It's their coin. You trade that right there on the VidiLook platform. You trade your VDL for USDT. And then once you have the USDT, it's the USDT TRC20. So it's on the Tron network. I send my USDT over to my Exodus wallet. Then from the Exodus wallet, I swap the USDT Tron for USDT Ethereum. So I swap the USDT TRC20 for USDT ERC20 on my Exodus wallet. Once I made the swap, I send the USDT ERC20 over to Coinbase, and then from Coinbase, I cash it out, put it in my bank account, and that's how that works. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, guys. Nobody else is bringing you this same kind of sauce that I'm bringing you. Diving deep, going into the nuts and bolts of how these things work. So that we can all we can all rise together. You know, it says a rising tide raises all the boats, right? So let's get this stuff going. Let's make some money with these platforms. Thank you for the comment. Next up, I watch a lot of the advertisements. This is about VidiLook. There is a lot of cool new ideas and gadgets. Yeah, I watch some of them too. I mean, I typically, like I said, I play the advertisements when I'm doing my workout. But that doesn't stop me from seeing a couple of them, and they got some interesting stuff. They almost got me with a couple of those advertisements. I'm not going to lie. Thank you for the comment. Let me click back real quick and see what we got going on here. Okay, everything is still going good. If you guys have a comment or a question, you can feel free to drop me a chat. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going with the other comments. These comments are randomly selected from your guys' comments on all of my videos throughout the week. All right. This one is about VORTIC United. VORTIC United is an amazing opportunity. There is always risk, which I don't mind. Nothing is risk-free. Banks are going down. VU can be life-changing. Yeah, man. I listen, I like VORTIC United. I am having, their platform, it works. Right. They're doing what they said they were going to do. I make about 4% per week on each of my portfolios, which is the portfolio plan A. So when you look at VORTIC United, and the link is in the description, you'll have different portfolios that you can invest in. I have invested in six portfolio plan A's. And so I get my passive income every single day, and then I cash that out every single Monday. So far, the system has had no glitches. It's easy to log in. The website is easy to use. The support system, the support staff works great. Every time I need to put in a support request, they have a chat box, so you don't even have to write a ticket. So yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. VU is awesome. Yeah, it can be life changing. All of these can be life changing. But having said that, remember, never invest anything that you can't afford to lose. And remember that this is the crypto space, right? Any of these platforms, no matter how good they look, I mean, look what's happening with Novatech right now. You just don't know what's going to happen, guys. So always make sure that you're practicing your risk management principles when you're getting involved with these types of platforms. If you haven't seen my video, 5 risk management principles, make sure that you go to my channel, do a search for 5 risk management principles, where I go over those principles in detail so that you guys don't end up over leveraging yourself and losing money if one of these platforms rugs, or if one of them goes away, or something happens, or if they get shut down. You just never know, guys. All right, next up. And this was talking about the GS Partners opportunity. This comment says your assessment is just a bit off. The 4.15% is $41.50 weekly on 1,000. It doesn't compound. If you roll over your return to the load, that will compound quarterly, averaging 18%. So your total on your Bunny Hermes will be around 11,000. Okay, cool. Thank you for the comment. All right. Next up, thanks for all your fantastic content. It's definitely taught me a lot, and it's starting to make a difference in my family's life. Hey, that's great. I'm glad that it's doing that. Like I said, that's what this is about, right? It's about not really preaching to you guys what you should do, but showing you what I'm doing, giving you the example of what I'm doing, what's working for me, what's not working for me, letting you in on my journey so that hopefully you can you can use some of my examples, and you can use some of my story as a way for you to focus on the good and to get away from the bad, right? So that you're doubling down on the things that are working, and you're walking away from the things that aren't working. That's the idea. So if something that you're learning on here can make a difference in your family, that's awesome. So I really appreciate that feedback. I really appreciate that comment. Honestly, that's more important to me than just about anything else, knowing that what I'm doing can have a positive impact on somebody's life. So shout out to you. So this was a comment on the rant that I made about the Novatech poll. This is not really an update. It's more of a rant about the poll. I would like to hear your honest opinion on Novatech FX. Are you in? Are you out once you get your money out of the trading account? Do you have contact with the owners? All right, let me go ahead and hit those one at a time. So, what's my honest opinion on Novatech FX? My honest opinion at this point on Novatech FX is that, guys, prepare yourselves for the end, right? Novatech is showing every sign that they are not recovering. They've had plenty of time to recover. This first started back in September or October of 2022, and things haven't been the same ever since that time. Okay, it started with the California problem. It started with the Canada problem, where basically what happened there, guys, if you don't know, is they got threatened with cease and desist orders from California and from Canada. Right now, they had already been told that they cannot operate in Russia. They'd already been told that there's a number of states that they can't operate in. And so what happened is some of the states that they were operating in, including California, and then a lot of the provinces in Canada basically said, okay, if you continue to operate here, we're going to give you a formal cease and desist order. And then, they're going to, so basically that's government action. So what happened? The government actions began to take place. The Novatech customers, right? The people who were involved in Novatech got spooked. And why did they get spooked? Because Novatech never addressed the issue, right? So all these things were happening, and Novatech was totally silent. They didn't address the issue. They wouldn't talk about it, right? So their tact was the thing that they thought, whatever reason why, they decided not to address those issues. So that caused more panic. Everybody was pulling out of their trading accounts. Okay. So am I in? Yes. I'm still in Novatech. Okay. My honest opinion at this point is that the ship is sinking. It's going down. Okay. And do I really need to further explain? I mean, they never really communicated about what was going on after those scares happened at the end of last year. Then they froze the trading account. Huge red flag. Then they started messing with the bonus accounts. Another huge red flag. So now, right after you froze your trading account, now you can't even pay out the bonus accounts on time. That made me hit the brakes and say, "Hey, what's going on? What's going on here, guys?" So we've got a lot of problems, and the leadership is barely taking any accountability. They're barely taking any responsibility. They're barely talking about the problems at all. And for those of us who do talk about the problems, they call us haters and that we're against Novatech and that we're like trying to make Novatech fail. Let me tell you something. I can't make Novatech fail. Okay, you can't make Novatech fail. We don't have that much power. Nothing I say on here is going to make Novatech fail. Brothers and sisters. Nothing I say on here is going to make Novatech fail. If they fail, they did it to themselves, guys. That's my honest opinion. Am I in? Yes, I'm still in. Are you out once you get your money out of the trading account? No, I'm not out because I already withdrew a large sum of money back in October, and I was one of the last people to withdraw from my trading account and get my withdrawal. The withdrawal was late. It was about 30 days or more late, but it came in. So not only did I withdraw my seed money that I had put into Novatech, but I also locked in a large amount of profits. Okay. And I did that because once I saw what was happening in California, I decided to pull most of my money out at that time. I saw the writing on the wall. Right? Now, I didn't want to completely pull out of Novatech because I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt and I wanted to give them time to recover from this. They've had time. They've not recovered. Can we just say what it is? They've had enough time. They've had a lot of time. They haven't recovered. And guys, let's face it, if they really had all this money from all of these profitable trades that they're supposedly doing, why are they having trouble paying people out? Anybody want to gander an answer? Anybody want to take a venture an answer to that question? I'm all ears. Yeah, and I'm in and I'm rolling my stuff over and I'm going to continue to do that because at this point, it's just a slot machine at this point for me. I mean, it's probably not going to pull through, but if it does sometime in the future, then I'll be able to take those funds out. It's all house money to me at this point. Right. So there's no reason for me to just get out. Why would I? Right. I've already gotten my seed money back. I've already locked in my profits. Why would I get out? Next one. Or no, here's the next part of your question. Okay. Do you have contact with the owners? So you're asking if I have a personal relationship with the Pettyons? No, I do not. Okay. But I do have a personal relationship with some of the highest Novatech people. And I can tell you what is happening with some of the top leadership of Novatech. They're pivoting to GS partners. So they're talking less and less about Novatech and they're talking more and more about this new opportunity, GS partners, right? So we're talking less about Novatech. We're talking more about GS partners. So what does that tell you? Okay. What does that tell you? I would like to hear your answer there. Next up. Love your honesty. It's a breath of fresh air. Gives people a clearer understanding of what they can decide to do. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for that. Here at Unlimited Freedom, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because let me let you guys in on a little secret. I'm already a Forex trader, right? That's what I do. That's why I'm sitting in the comfort of my home office right now. I've set it up to have this little studio here so I could do these broadcasts with you guys. I don't have a time limit. I don't have a time frame because I don't have a boss. I don't have a quote unquote 9 to 5 job. I don't have any of that, right? Now that gives me time freedom. It also gives me financial freedom. Time freedom, meaning if you or anybody I care about, anyone in my family needed me and called upon me right now, I could drop what I'm doing and go over there. I don't have to call in sick. I don't have to report to a boss. I don't have to worry about it, right? Time freedom. If I wanted to go and travel right now, boom, I could buy the ticket right now. I could be on the plane tonight. Time freedom, financial freedom, right? And I achieved that already, guys. So it's not like, so I don't have any reason. I don't have any reason. And I'm not saying that to toot my own horn, and I'm not saying that to come from a spirit of arrogance. I'm coming from a spirit of thankfulness and a spirit of gratitude. I am grateful for every single blessing that I have. So, so grateful. But what I'm saying, guys, is it puts me in the position to where I can give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And, if you join up, great. If you don't, that's okay too. The links are in the description. You're welcome to join, but you don't have to. And I'm never going to be the guy who comes on here and says, oh yeah, now is a good time to join up for Novatech. Why don't you join now? No. Actually, I wouldn't recommend joining up for Novatech right now. I definitely wouldn't. And you guys haven't seen me recommend joining up for Novatech, okay? I haven't recommended that in quite a while. So it's not going to impact me one way or the other. Okay. And that's why I'm able to give you that honesty. That's why I'm able to give you the clear understanding. I want to give you the power to make your own decision. I want to give you the training so that you can learn how to use proper risk management so that you can succeed in this space. You don't want to put all your eggs in the same basket. That's not smart in this space. Okay, before I get into this next one, let me check and see if I got any chats here. Lee, does VORTIC United also have to deal through a decentralized wallet like Exodus? No, it doesn't, but I recommend Exodus. Good question. Joshua, are you removing your Novatech sign up link from your videos? No, I'm not. I'm not. I mean, at this point, I'm not. Right? Why am I not removing it from the videos? Because, hey, if somebody wants to sign up for Novatech, that's fine. They can go click the link. They can look in. They can sign up. I'm not going to stop somebody if they want to sign up, right? I'm not going to see. I don't believe in telling people what to do, right? I'm not going to sit here and try to save somebody from signing up for Novatech. If that's what they want to do, if they still believe in Novatech, they still believe it's going to work, they still believe it's going to pull through, they still see an opportunity, and they still want to take that risk, then by all means, go ahead, sign up. Right? Am I recommending you to do that? No. Would I personally do that? No. But I'm not going to force anybody to do anything one way or the other. Hopefully that makes sense as to why the sign up link is still on the videos, guys, because hey, it is what it is. If somebody really wants to sign up, that's fine. Right? I'm not going to spoon feed somebody and tell them that they can't do something. Right? Now, if they are signing up under my link, you know what I would like? I would like to be able to get my bonus account money. That sure would be nice, right? But I haven't been able to do that. My bonus account is sitting in the ether somewhere. Where is it? Where is the bonus? It's a mystery. Where is the money? Johnny. I like Johnny, man. Shout out to Johnny. You're always active on my channel. What are your thoughts on the SEC cracking down on all these platforms? Eventually, that's going to happen. And they're not just cracking down on platforms, but they're cracking down on cryptocurrency in general. And why would they be doing that? Because they can't control it. Right? So at the end of the day, the right now, as it stands right now, okay, and we've seen this happen with some people. I'm not saying I'm not, don't get me into politics because I'm not about politics, okay? I really am not. I've already casted my vote. I casted my vote years ago, okay? And I casted the vote for somebody who is much, much higher and much, much more powerful than any president could ever be. So that's my view on it. I've already voted. I've already voted. But right now, as it stands, with the current, the way things are currently with our government and most of the Western governments, okay, it's the same thing with the UK and other places, the EU. If I said something or did something that my government didn't like. Right now, they can freeze my bank account. They can reach their hand into my bank account and take out money from my bank account forcibly, and I would have no recourse. They could seize my possessions, they could seize my house, they could seize my cars. Everything in US soil, they could seize it, they could take it, and they have that power on you as well. And they have that power on every single citizen. So what does cryptocurrency represent? It represents a freedom for us to freely trade as we so choose, and to live in a world where the government can't come in and freeze our assets. They can't come in and freeze our accounts. They can't come in and seize our crypto, right? So the whole idea behind decentralization is so that we can have worldwide global free trade. Now, the governments give lip service to free trade. They say that they're about free trade, but what they're not saying is we are for free trade as long as at the end of the day we control it. So yeah, they're going to. I mean, they're gonna pass laws. They're going to, crack down, as you say. And yeah, that's coming. It hasn't happened yet, but that's gonna come in the future. And what are we gonna do about something like that? How are we gonna survive? Well, actually, we can really just pretty much go on doing what we're already doing. It's just that the federal government won't be insuring any of these investments, which they're not doing anyway. Right? I mean, a large broker that I use operates in the UK, and they do not operate on American soil because they can't. Who can comply with all of these laws? I mean, you got so many regulations and so many laws that you've created a caste system. You're keeping the rich rich. You're keeping the poor poor. The middle class is going away. It's obvious. Everybody can see what you're doing. It's just that people don't want to admit that that's what's happening. You still want to believe that you live in a country where you can have opportunity, where you can move up, where you can get better, where you can be upwardly mobile. But guess what? The government is in control. And the more control they have, the less upwardly, forget about it, right? Forget about it. As long as you're happy, you're watching your TV, you're going along with what they want you to go along with, you got a little bit of food, you got a little bit of shelter, you should be happy with that, right? And let us do what we want to do. That's the government. Okay? So now, people get worried, like, am I going to have to get out of these platforms? No, you're not going to have to, because a lot of these things, they already operate overseas, right? A lot of these things it's already a moot point because a lot of these platforms couldn't start in the US if they wanted to, right? Look what's happening to Novatech. Do you think Novatech would be going through this bank run right now? Do you think Novatech would be going through this if they just had stayed out of the United States altogether? I don't think so. And maybe in the future, if they survive, they will decide to just have their operation overseas. Only time will tell. Okay. All right. So moving on. Here we go, guys. Okay. Important question, Vaughn. Okay. Where does the quote unquote profit come from? He's talking about GS Partners. They've been caught lying about this multiple times, and no one has given a truthful answer that can't be disproven. Okay, so this guy he really, really is a believer in what he believes. And what he believes is that these are all Ponzi schemes. It's all a big illegal money laundering operation, right? And that everybody who's part of it, myself included, we're all culpable and we're all criminals. Well, if that is your stance, and if that is what you believe, okay, then we don't have any common ground to start with. I can't get into a logical, rational debate if you already believe that. If your mind is already made up and all you're doing is looking for evidence that these things are all Ponzi schemes and that the promoters who promote these things are all criminals, and that's your starting point, if that's your point A, then I cannot continue to engage with you. Because there's no common ground whatsoever that we can start on. Now, if anybody wonders where the profit does come from for GS Partners, it comes from, I mean, you can look at the link. It's in the description. They've got a lot of different stuff going on. Okay. Now, the best way that I can present GS Partners is to keep it simple. And basically, what they have is a digital product. The digital product is called a metaverse certificate. Once you purchase your metaverse certificate and you fund your metaverse certificate, you get 4%. Yeah, I believe it's 4.15% weekly profit. Okay. On your certificate. Right. There you go. So that's how GS Partners works. But once again, man, you're not giving me anything to work with here. I would love to be able to debate with you. I would love to be able to talk with you. I would love to be able to have these conversations with you. The problem is, if point A is that you literally believe that I'm a criminal, okay, then where can we go from there? Right? How can we have a debate? All right, next comment, guys. Okay. Well, you're definitely not a financial advisor, LOL. Any reason you don't get the other 3 lower levels that make 66 a day instead of 45? He's talking about VidiLook. $45 a day that you're making. Quote unquote, you did it wrong is what you told us in this video. What are you talking about? So why are you making only 45 instead of 66? LOL. I feel sorry for people that follow this guy. He can't even answer his own questions. Okay, I'm just telling people what I'm doing. As it stands, I'm making $45 USDT. I'm making 45 USDT per day with VidiLook. Am I not doing it the same way that you are? Are you making more money than me per day because you bought more viewers? Maybe. What does that have to do with anything? Right? Are you trying to say that you're smarter than me? Okay, man, maybe you are, all right? But what is your point? All I'm doing is I'm telling the people what I'm doing. I'm sharing what I'm doing. Yeah, the links are in the description. They're welcome to join up if they want to. But I'm not telling anybody's doing anything wrong or right or saying this is the way that you have to go or that way you have to go. I can't answer my own questions? What are you talking about? Do you care to elaborate on that? Okay, because it sounds to me like you just want to come on here and make a comment to show that you're the smartest guy in the room. You're smarter than the host, right? And you want to get your 10-second dirty high from trying to bring somebody else down. Okay, is that what you're trying to do? Because if it is, congratulations, man. Here you go. Here's the attention that you wanted. Are you happy now? Or do you actually have something that you really want to say to me intelligently? Because if you come to me respectfully, I will come to you respectfully. If you come to me in this type of a spirit, hey, bro, you're going to get the same thing in return. But more power to you. I hope you have a great life, okay? No hard feelings over here. Next up. I got invested in VORTIC just by watching your videos. Loving it. By the way, your comments on Novatech were hilarious. Thank you for the comment. I'm glad that you're rolling with VORTIC. I'm glad that I was able to help you. If you need anything, always let me know. Shoot me a comment. My email's in the description if you want to email me. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. For anybody who signed up under anything that I have on here, welcome to the team. Welcome to Unlimited Freedom. Okay, most of the communication you're going to be getting from me is on these videos, so make sure that you tune in so that you don't miss anything. Next up, how do people get involved with Ponzi scams like this? This is talking about Novatech. Good God, you knew there was no way in bleepity bleepity bleep they were ever going to let people take their money out on April 1st. They don't have it. It's gone, and it's not coming back. So many people are going to be financially ruined from this. What a hard lesson to learn. Good comment, man. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, good comment. And you know what it harkens back to? And now I'm not saying that Novatech is a Ponzi scheme or it's not a Ponzi scheme. I don't know. And you don't either. Okay. I love how people come on here and they think that they know everything. It's like, you're not there. You don't see what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know. Maybe they had a lousy trade. Maybe they screwed up some other way. I mean, something definitely happened. Obviously, something happened. We just don't know what happened, right? Hard lesson to learn, absolutely. And let me just say something on that. Have you taken a hit, right? Have you taken a hard hit with Novatech? Have you gotten, let's say it doesn't come back, right? And that you lost all that money. Was that money that you could afford to lose? Right? I know nobody's going to be happy about losing money, but the question is, did you over leverage yourself? Because if you did, that's going to be a hard hit, right? That's going to hurt. Okay. But how you respond to that is going to have repercussions that last for the rest of your life. Okay. Let me say that again. Bring it back, selector, rewind. How you respond to this is going to have massive implications for the rest of your life. And here's why, guys. As you know, I'm a Forex trader, okay? I'm a high frequency Forex trader and I'm a binary options trader, right? That's why I'm able to give you guys a lot of special sauce when it comes to these platforms because I'm able to look at it from the perspective of a trader, right? And so I can break down for you from my perspective, which frankly, a lot of people don't have, right? I'm a business owner, I'm a trader, I'm a day trader. So I can break these things down from a unique perspective, right? And I can get into the type of sauce you're getting here is that you're not going to get it anywhere else, right? And I mean that. So how did I get to where I am today? Well, folks, I lost a lot of money, right? Surprise, surprise. I had a lot of L's. Okay, I took a lot of L's, and anytime. And I've also tried to start a lot of different businesses. Okay, and I've had a lot of failed attempts. Okay. The only reason why I'm sitting here today, the only reason why I'm sitting on multiple successful businesses that are worth millions of dollars, the only reason why I'm able to come on here with these platforms, with this knowledge, once again, not out of a spirit of arrogance, but out of a spirit of gratitude. Thank you for the, okay? But the only reason why I survived is because I got back up after I got knocked down. And I lost a lot, guys. I lost large sums of money. And look at BOJ. He's lost out too. He admits it on his videos. We've all lost, guys. Ultimately, the difference between the ultimate winners and the ultimate losers is that the ultimate winners stay in the game. So as hard as this is for you, and as hard as you're not going to want to hear this, as much as you're not going to want to hear it, if you take a loss here, my advice is to get back up and keep going. Be smarter next time. Do it better next time. Practice risk management next time. Right? Why turn bitter? Right? Why turn into a bitter, shriveled up, sick, sad little person? Right? I'm never going to say that that's what you should do. No, you should always get back up when you get knocked down. That's life. Wayne, remind me again how I can find your links to the other platforms. Okay, so all my links are in the description to the video. So the video you're looking at right now, there's a description underneath the video. And what you do is you click on that, and there'll be a little button that says like more info, or it will say more or whatever. It's just a little button. The description of this video. So the description will say my live broadcast, and it'll say don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man in the comments. That's the description. Open that up, and it'll be a drop-down menu. You can see all of the projects that I'm a part of, and you can see all of the links there. Okay. And also, you'll see my email link there too. So if you want to shoot me a personal email, you'll be able to do that as well. Precious love, I have been receiving the withdrawals from the bonus account. Great. I'm good. I'm not, listen, I am happy that you're receiving your bonus account withdrawals. I'm happy that I'm receiving my bonus account withdrawals when they come in. What I'm saying is mine hasn't yet. The bonus accounts are slowing down. The bonus account withdrawals are slowing down, right? And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who are not like yourself, who have not been receiving their withdrawals. I mean, you can see. I mean, look at Johnny's comment. He's been waiting on withdrawals forever. Hasn't received any, right? And there's a lot of people like that. So what's happening is they're haphazardly paying out withdrawals. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. And they've been slowing down. So what does that tell you? Honestly, what does that tell you? What does the evidence point you towards? Okay, the slowdown on the bonus account payouts, the freezing of the trading accounts, the cease and desist orders, pulling out of Canada, pulling out of California, not communicating about it, having terrible communication, not answering their support tickets. You may as well send your support ticket into oblivion. So when you add all those up, what does that tell you? Okay. Am I being a hater? Right? Am I trying to sink Novatech by saying that? Everything I just said is true. What does it tell you? Right? You tell me. Next comment, guys. And this is one for Novatech. I'm in the process of taking action against them. Why? Because every request I've ever made has been denied or still pending. There you go. That's what we were just talking about. Before you say, check your wallet address, I've been in crypto for 8 years and I know how the blockchain works. I have their crypto addresses. They are sitting, not trading, on $132 million. There is no reason why they shouldn't be cashing people out. The only ones receiving anything are those that bring new money to them. So yeah, the case is building. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen anything that says that they're sitting on $132 million. If you want to give me some more info on that, you can send it to my email and you can show me how you came to that conclusion. Other than that, yeah, I mean, you can see that they're still trying to survive. But the question is, when does the slow pay turn into no pay? Right? You guys know there are platforms out there that are like 3, 4, 5, 6 years old that are still compounding in their back offices, and people have like millions of dollars that they can see in their back offices, but the company never has paid out and they don't pay out. It just is a website that just keeps compounding that number, but it's not real, right? People aren't actually getting paid. And it's just going to keep on doing that. So the question is slow pay going to come and turn into no pay? And if it is going to, when is it going to? And every single sign that we're seeing is showing that that's getting ready to happen, right? I hope that it doesn't, right? But, you know, it's just one excuse after another. It's one deadline after another that they're missing, and I'm getting tired of it. Next up, instead of saying 4.15% weekly and 6% monthly, just call it 22% monthly. Shout out to you. That makes the math easier. Okay, and this is a comment about GS Partners. So GS Partners pays out a little differently. So, for example, I talk about their metaverse certificate. It's the Hermes metaverse certificate. The certificate itself costs $1,000, and you get paid 4.15% a week on that. And then you load the certificate with an additional $1,000. Once you load the certificate, you get an additional $3,000 bonus as soon as you load the certificate. Okay, and then you get paid on that 6% monthly. So there's a lot of ways to get paid. So shout out to them. Okay, there's a lot of ways to get paid. There's some good going on with GS Partners, but it is a bit confusing. So we try to make it as simple as possible. And the simplest way to do it is to say, hey, let's say you make around 22% monthly. Hey, that works, right? That works. Right. But for more information on that, you can check my videos on GS Partners. I'm going to be doing live. Well, I'm going to be doing updates. I shouldn't say live, but I'm going to be doing regular updates on GS Partners as the days and weeks continue to let you know where my journey is going in GS Partners. Okay. Because I'm involved. I'm in it. And I want to let you know how it's working out. Next up, Vaughn, I'm on GS Partners already. I'm listening to your Novatech guidance. I started VORTIC United today. Cool. The thing is, I signed up last week, but haven't funded the account yet. How do I add you for the referral if I already made the account? Keep the videos coming. This is the most useful content on the internet. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Uh, if you want to go under me, then you probably, if you already started an old account, you'll probably have to start a new account using a new email address and sign up under me like that. Okay, I'd love to have you. All right, next up. Honestly, your initial response cracked me up because I had a similar reaction. Honestly, this whole experience is just unbelievable. So this person was laughing at my response because some, you got to admit, guys, some of these polls that they're putting out, it's just like, it's just funny, right? At some point, it's just like, what are you guys doing? Like, how can you be this out of touch, right? How can you be this out of touch? By the way, that poll, it showed that 88% of people were in favor of not being able to get their trading accounts. They'd rather just have their bonus pay. I don't know about that, guys. That sounds like I know, right? It sounds like something's fishy about that poll. All right, next up. I saw this project last year. This is about GS Partners. I almost jumped in, but the carrot bar scam project that the CEO was involved in previously put me off. Okay. Yeah, I mean nobody's forcing anybody to do anything here, right? And but let me just give you guys a word of wisdom. You know, any CEO, right, or any person who has been in business for a long time, any type of business, you're going to find questionable things in their history. Why? Because people complain, guys. It doesn't matter what business you're in, people are going to complain about you. Some people sue, right? Some people file a lawsuit, right? Sometimes just things happen in your life and you've got that in your history, right? As a business person, there's nobody out there who is completely spot free. Like if you go and check on somebody's history, you check on somebody's background, you're always going to be able to find something, guys. So you could probably find dirt on Jeff Bezos if you wanted to. You could probably find dirt on Elon Musk, right? If you wanted to. You can find dirt on anybody. If you look for something hard enough, you're going to find something, right? So rather than worrying about the activity of the CEO that he did in the past, why not take a look at what he's doing now and take a look at the opportunity now and then decide for yourself if it's something you want to get into or not? Because if you're looking for dirt, you're going to find some dirt, right? Everybody has it. Everybody has it, right? You, me, everyone. In their background, you're always going to find somebody who wasn't satisfied, somebody who wasn't happy, somebody who may have filed a lawsuit, somebody who put up a complaint, somebody who said it's a scam. You know how easy it is to just say something's a scam and then make a Google scam website and scam alert and because this stuff can't be proven, it's just all hearsay, right? And if you can't prove it, then you can't prove it. And if it hasn't been judged in a court of law to be a Ponzi scheme, then it hasn't been judged in a court of law to be a Ponzi scheme, right? Hit the like button, guys. Nobody else is giving you this kind of sauce. Next up, you're so funny. One of my favorite channels because you're so straight up. Hey, man, that's for you. Thank you for the comment. Yeah, like I said, I've got no reason to not be straight up with you guys. I'm kind of like in a position where I've already made a lot of moves that have been profitable in my life. So I'm more of the guy who likes to come on here. I like to share what I'm doing. I do like to make the opportunities available, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna call if something's if something's a problem, I'm gonna call it like it is, right? For a lot of time, guys, I was big on Novatech. I really liked Novatech because they were doing great. Everything was going good. They weren't having these problems. Now, it's not that I'm a hater of Novatech. I'm not. I would love to see them succeed. It's just, guys, come on. Look, let's look at what's been happening. 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1. Let's do the math, right? How long can you keep on just saying, "Oh, maybe next time it'll be better. Maybe next month they'll get it together. Maybe, next year it'll be better." I mean, how often can you do that? How long can you keep going with something like that? Next up, I've been signed to GS Partners and I'm just compounding weekly. And you're right. It's an overload, so I'm not talking to anyone about it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, and that's why a lot of people don't share the opportunity because it's such an overload. They've got And some of the stuff that they say just doesn't make sense. Like, we have our own metaverse, right? We're the blockchain. GS Partners is the blockchain. What? I mean, it's obvious that you don't know what you're talking about, or it's obvious that you're way, got some weird definition of the blockchain that I don't have. So it gets confusing, right? And they've got 1,000 different things that they're doing. I normally don't join. Excuse me. I normally don't join companies like this that have got 1,000 million different things that they're doing, because it's just like, it's just a headache, is what it is, right? And so what I do in order to simplify it is I just talk about the metaverse certificate, right? I've got the metaverse certificate. I'm making 4.15% a week on the metaverse certificate. I'm making 6% a month on that load of that metaverse certificate. And hey, it's passive income. So, hey, there it is. Pretty simple, right? And I actually show you guys how to do it on the channel. If you're interested, check it out. Next up, it's amazing to see how people's fear control them. I haven't seen any online platform that lasts 10 years. Oh, wait. Hang on. Let me back up. Okay. It's amazing to see how people's fear control them. I haven't seen any online platform in the last 10 years that is as consistent as Novatech. And so I know it is a true gem. Some people treat it like a Ponzi game. So they are trying to be in and out as they feel like. All right, let me respond to something here. Um, you say that I haven't seen any online platform in the last 10 years that is as consistent as Novatech. Well, that's just not true right now, right? That's just a blanket falsehood. That is factually false, right? Because Novatech is not consistent. Novatech has lost its consistency bragging rights. Novatech has lost its consistency card, right? As of right now, Novatech is not consistent at all. They've frozen the trading accounts and they're not consistently paying out the bonus accounts. So that's just factually incorrect there. Next thing you said, some people treat it like a Ponzi game. I don't think so, man. I disagree. I don't think a lot of people are treating Novatech like a Ponzi game. I think if people really believe that something is a Ponzi, they're not going to get involved in it. Okay. Honestly, that's what I believe. Right. I don't think anybody's playing games. Okay. I think that's a bit of a conspiracy theory on your part. Thanks for the comment. Next up, people like you give me more power to look for private opportunities. Why don't you put on a sexy tie and go work at CNN? Sorry, bro, but you need to activate more brain cells to be able to run this show. Wish you luck, baby. Okay. Do you actually have an argument that you're making here? So you're saying you want to look for private opportunities. Okay, well, nothing wrong with that. Why don't you put on a sexy tie and go work for CNN? I don't know. Is CNN hiring right now? I've never thought of going to work for CNN. Bro, you need to activate more brain cells to be able to run this show. What are you talking about? Are you saying that I'm stupid or that I have a lack of brain cells or that I'm not using my brain? Okay. Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Where's your argument? I'm not seeing any argument here. Okay, I'm just seeing an ad hominem attack. Okay, wish you luck, baby. Okay, so you're not giving me any type of argument. You're not giving me anything that I can refute you on. You're not giving me anything to work with. So, who is the person with a lack of brain cells, right? Who is the person who's coming on here and just throwing shade, right? Without any argument, without any rhyme or reason, right? Who's the person who's coming on and getting their 10-second dirty high by attacking somebody you don't even know? I'd say that mirror is pointing back at you, baby. And thank you for the wishes of luck. Next up, I would like to join, but I need some questions answered. How can I contact you? Guys, if you want to contact me, you can email me. And my email is in the description, right? It's at the top of the description. Send me an email if you need some questions answered. I will try to get to your questions. Also, you can just put the question in the comment section. as you know, as you see me doing right now, every single day I come on here, every Friday, I should say, I come on here and do a live Q&A session with you guys at this time. Okay, so I will come on here live every Friday at this time and go over your comments. So what you need to do is drop a comment in the comment section, or you can send me an email. Thank you for that. All right, let's hit some chats. What Novatech did What did Novatech do with all the 25 they collected per month from thousands of customers? Right. So where is that money? Right. Also, where is this money that they so-called are making all of these gains on every week? They're posting gains every single week. Where's the money? Right. And they say that they only trade with 20% of their liquidity. So where's the money? Where is it? Where is it? If you have all this money from trading, if you're making these gains every week, if you're only using 20% liquidity, if you're collecting the $25 a month from your members, why are you having a hard time paying people out? Why? Can you answer that? Can anybody give me an answer? Can anybody give me an answer to that? That's a great question. Shout out to you for that question. Okay, Joshua, that poll was not even about withdrawing your trading account. It was only allowing your initial deposit, right? So anyone who is compounding referring has a bigger weekly bonus than their initial deposit. So yes, in that case, right, with that wording, if they're only talking about initial deposit, I would agree. Probably most people would want to do their bonus account. However, what about the people who have a very, very large initial deposit? I'm thinking about the people who put in six figures, right? I'm thinking about the people who put in six figures, who put in a large five figure, and they're like this guy in Thailand. They're wanting to get their money out. They're needing to get their money out, and they can't. So the issue is that Novatech, technically, they should have the money. If they've been making these gains, they should have the money. If they've only been trading with 20% liquidity, they should have the money. If they've been collecting this $25 a month, they should have the money. Why don't they have it? Why do they need to freeze the accounts? Why are they having trouble paying out the bonus accounts? That's the question, right? And I haven't gotten an answer for that. Not a good answer, not one that I think that's believable or that I can live with. Next comment. Last week, I received current bonus. Behind 4 bonus payments. This week, I can't get in. And when I do try to log into the wallet, it asks for a second login. And now I cannot request the bonus account payment. Convenient, or was it addressed when she said they will give back a little here and there? Well, what I will say about that is that you're not the only one who's been having that issue. And what I also will say is giving out a little bit here and there is not going to cut it. That's not going to give you any more trust. People are going to only distrust you more if you're doing that. And, it's just honestly, it's going to make things worse. So if you can't pay out the money, why don't you tell us why? Why don't you be honest with your people and tell us what's really going on? I think that everybody can handle it. We're big boys and big girls. Why don't you tell us what's going on? Right? Has it ever occurred to you that maybe your people want to help you? Right? Has it ever occurred to you that, not everybody is, going to condemn you? Sure, some people will, but not everybody will. Why don't you just let us know what's going on? Okay, next comment. This was a comment that I made about I've had the idea to write a book and do a coaching class on binary options trading. As you know, my specialty in trading is binary options trading. That's the trading that I do. I do it every day. I do it 6 days out of the week. Saturday's my day of rest, so I rest on that day. And yeah, and so I've toyed with the idea of writing a book, giving away the secrets of my strategy, right? And just wondering if that's something that people would buy. And then also maybe doing a coaching video and selling it, and wondering if that's something that people would be interested in buying. And this comment was do both a class and a book. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the encouragement. Guys, if anybody else would like to see that happen, make sure you drop me a comment. I haven't decided on whether or not I'm going to do that yet, but if enough people want it, then I will do it. Okay, next up. Love the video. No bullcrap. Thanks. Quick question for you. I'm in Canada, and from the last 3 weeks, I can't access my e-wallet. I'm getting an error message. But on my back office, I see everything, the amount of my trading and bonus. Any ideas for me? All you can do at this point is keep logging back in and trying to see if it works. You can write a support ticket, but let me just since you like my honesty, let me be honest with you. They're not going to ever respond to you. You know, you can write a report ticket, but they don't respond to their report tickets, right? You can try to get with your upline, but I don't know what kind of an upline you have. I don't know if you can even contact your upline. So, what I would do is I would hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Okay, I would keep logging in every other day, see if see if something changes. But like I said earlier on this broadcast, you may as well just kiss it goodbye. That's the healthiest thing to do, and for your own mental health, you may as well just say, okay, this money's gone. If I do get it back, that'll be great, but I'm not going to count on it at this point. And why do I say that, guys? Because every sign that we've been getting has been a red flag, and every sign that we've been getting has been getting closer and closer and closer to this situation where the trading accounts are perpetually frozen. People are not able to get into their bonus accounts anymore. They're not able to get their bonus withdrawals. Everything looks like it's compounding in the back office, but nobody can actually get their money. That's where it looks like it's going. Am I wrong? Tell me why. All right, next up. What is a Ponzi scheme? A Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investing scam promising high rates of return with little risk to investors. A Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investing scam which generates returns for earlier investors with money taken from later investors. This is similar to a pyramid scheme in that both are based on using new investors' funds to pay the earlier backers. Okay, so a pyramid scheme is only a pyramid scheme if there's no product. Now, a lot of these companies have a digital product, right? So you can't technically call them a pyramid scheme. Okay. Also, a lot of the people who you would call a pyramid scheme have a product. So you can't technically call them a pyramid scheme. A Ponzi scheme is something that has to be determined in a court of law. Okay. If that has not been determined in a court of law, you cannot call it a Ponzi scheme. Okay. Now, you're always going to have people who want to throw shade, who say it's a Ponzi scheme, or who say it's a pyramid scheme. Well, I've been around companies for a long time, guys. I've been through a lot of MLMs, and there have been good ones, there have been bad ones, but they're not Ponzi schemes and they're not pyramid schemes, right? What it is you have to get in early, right? Which is why I talk about VORTIC United. Talk about getting in early. VORTIC United just came out, right? Which is why I'm happy that I got in early with VORTIC United. Now, when you're dealing with a MLM, right, or any type of multi-level marketing structure, okay, guys, you're going to have a pyramid, right? Right? This doesn't mean it's a pyramid scheme. It just means that this is the structure that the company uses. Remember, if you have a product, it's not a pyramid scheme. Now, let's say you got on down here, right? So there's already a person up here. They've already referred people, right? Those people have already referred people. Okay. And those people have already referred people. See that? So the person up here is making a lot of money off of these referrals, right? And here you come in way down here. The problem is there's not enough people in the world to build another one of these things under you. There's not enough people in the world. You got in too late. You're at the bottom. You're not going to be able to build a big team because everybody who was going to hear about the opportunity has already heard about it. Anybody who is going to join has already joined. You may get a couple people here and there, but you're not going to build a big team. Hate to burst your bubble. It ain't going to happen. So if you're a team builder, if you're an MLM person, you want to get in up here, right? Never get in down here. If you get in up here, the company's going to naturally grow and you're naturally going to benefit from that growth because you get commissions based on those other people who join the company. And that's how you're successful with an MLM. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's a legitimate business. That's how it works. You want to get good at it? That's how you do it. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys. Nobody else is giving you this same kind of sauce that I'm giving you on here, okay? People are going to blow smoke. The gurus out there are going to try to tell you that, oh, yeah, sure, you can join Amway now and become a millionaire. You can't. You can't. Everybody who's going to hear about Amway has already heard about it, right? That's why it's so hard for Novatech to get new people. Most people have already heard about Novatech, right? GS Partners is another one. Pretty soon, GS Partners recruiting is going to dry up because everybody's heard about it pretty soon. But VORTIC United is new, right? Since it's new, that means it's riskier. Okay, hey, no risk, no reward, right? VidiLook is new, right? Project 25 is new. SPORTSBOOK Partners is new. Have you ever wanted to get into into sports betting, but you don't want to be the one who bets? You would you would rather bet on the house because you know the house always wins. Well, with sports betting, you have something called a sports book. How would you like to be able to partner with the actual sports book rather than placing bets where you know when you partner with the sports book, you're going to make a percentage because the house always wins? Sportsbook Partners. Links in the description, guys. So these things are new. And when they're new, guys, naturally, you're coming in up here. Okay. So you're going to have, if you are a link sharer, if you are, maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, maybe you want to be a link sharer, maybe you got a lot of friends on Facebook, maybe you're Instagram, you've got a huge Instagram following, right? Maybe you just go to a big, large church and you've got a lot of people who would sign up for an opportunity if you gave it to them. Whatever the case may be, right? It's always better to get in when it's new because that way you're getting in on the top rungs and you're going to be paid accordingly, guys. That's how it works. All right. And that was my comment on the whole Ponzi scheme thing and the pyramid scheme. Listen, guys, if it's not been proven in a court of law, don't even listen to it. That ain't nothing but hot air. If it's not been proven in a court of law, it's hot air. That's all it is. Right? There's people out here trying to make a name for themselves by saying that everything's a scam and everything's a scheme, right? So that they can build up their YouTube channel, right? Or so that they can build up their business or whatever it is, whatever have you. Okay? Just if it's a Ponzi scheme, then that will be revealed and it will come to light in a court of law, right? If it's a pyramid scheme, there's no product. If there's a product, it's not a pyramid scheme. Hit the like button, guys. Hit that like button because nobody is giving you the same kind of sauce that you're getting from the Unlimited Freedom Network. I can guarantee you that. All right, next up. Okay, this was when I did that live broadcast last Sunday. I did a live broadcast earlier in the morning because Cynthia made her announcement that there's going to be that basically her announcement was that the trading accounts are not going to be unfrozen April 1st. So this comment said, thank you for taking time from your Sunday to go live with this message, Vaughn. You continue to make such a positive impact for so many. Your channel is a true outreach. Update on bonus account withdrawal attempts. I'm still waiting on several from February and March. And when Monday came around, I tried to open my e-wallet to put in the withdrawal request for the past 2 weeks. But despite using 3 different browsers, I can't access it. I keep getting error messages. Well, first and foremost, man, thank you for that comment. You know, if I'm making an impact on you and you don't tell me, I'm not going to know. Right? If I'm making your life better somehow and you don't tell me, I'm not going to know. So thank you for telling me. Right? You know, maybe you think, oh, this guy gets a ton of comments or this guy already has a lot of people. It's not true. Right? I like to hear from everybody. And if I get a comment, that's great. But I didn't get that comment from you. Right? It's great that this guy gave me a nice comment, but I didn't get that comment from you. So I would still appreciate it. You know, I always appreciate this stuff, guys. So you continue to make a positive impact for so many. Thank you, sir. Channel's a true outreach. I hope that it is. I'm going to continue giving you guys The good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Because that's what the Unlimited Freedom Network is all about. And then he goes on to say that he's had trouble with his bonus account withdrawals. Yeah. Like I said, guys, at this point, you're gonna, for your own mental health, you're better off just calling it what it is. I mean, we'll see what she comes out with tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's April 1st. Maybe we'll have a message. I don't know. I'll bring it to you if they do. Next up, another voice note to hide her location, but still using her fake Christian vibes to screw with people. I love how they have all this money and these amazing traders making so much capital for them, but no one can withdraw anything. It's not an ATM, quote unquote. Just give it time, quote unquote. Have faith, quote unquote. April Fools. Yeah. It's good questions. Why can't we just get some answers? Novatech, why can't you just come out and say, if you have all this money, why are the accounts frozen? If you have these amazing traders making so much capital, why are the accounts frozen? Why are we being slow paid? You want to come at us with, hey, it's not an ATM. Just have faith. Just give it time. Why don't you address the real issues and let us know what's going on? That's more of a red flag than all the other stuff. Your silence is more of a red flag than anything to me. Because eventually it's like, well, is it indefensible? Is that why you're not giving a defense? Is it just indefensible? Okay, shout out to you for the comment. Next comment, I can't get VidiLook on my computer. Guys, I've had a lot of issues with people with VidiLook with their computer browser. Try to do it on your smartphone if you're having issues with your computer. If you are a so if you're a person who has trouble, with the fact that a lot of these websites are a little bit wonky because we're in the crypto space, then what I would say is don't even mess with it. If you're not, because the websites are going to be tricky, right? There's going to be problems. Cryptocurrency is the wild wild west, so crypto platforms, guys, you never know what's going to happen. And there's going to be some hurdles that you're going to have to jump over if you're getting into crypto platforms. I've had to do it. We've all had to do it, right? Yeah, I bet you all have a story, right, on how you had to learn. You had this learning curve when you were starting to join crypto platforms. I know I did, right? So it's definitely a learning curve. It's not as easy as just like going to Robinhood and getting yourself stocks in the stock market. It's not as simple as that, right? There are some headaches involved, right? But the reward is so great if you can figure out how to do it and if you can learn how to make money with it. Practice proper risk management. Never invest anything that you can't afford to lose, and then you'll end up like me, where every other day you're pulling out hundreds of dollars, right? Just from playing these ads. I mean, telling you, man. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? Next up, there is not a doubt about it. There are challenges everywhere. The Fed, US banks, Russia making new alliances with China for a substitute to the US dollar as a global currency, etc. Novatech FX is a big part of the global economy. I do not want Novatech FX to go under. If the company is bankrupt already, please do let us know. I am willing to hang on and endure, but please do not lie to customers about the situation in the company. It's a good comment. Okay. I understand that Novatech FX is a big part of the global economy to you, and I also understand that you do not want Novatech FX to go under. Then how do you interpret what's happening? Okay. How would you interpret it? Okay. Let's go over it again. California, government action. Canada, government action. Russia, government action. Trading accounts, frozen. Bonus accounts, slow pay, if any pay at all. They said that they were going to update us on April 1st. They updated us just to let us know that they're not going to be able to unfreeze the accounts. What does that say to you? Okay. Just tell me, what does that say to you? Right? I know that you want it to survive. I know that you're using positivity and you're using hope. I'm not against positivity. I'm not against hope. But I'm not going to sit here and waste my time worrying about Novatech. I'm not going to waste my time worrying about it because, as far as I'm concerned, all of this adds up to How does it play to you? Let me know. All right, next up, guys. Let me make this very clear here. When you are a Novatech affiliate and you make a deposit, you are saying that you are agreeing to the contract that is in your back office. If you didn't do the job to read it before depositing, don't cry on YouTube. So, what this person is saying is because we all signed the waiver, right? We all signed the disclosure form that said that, hey, I understand that my crypto is at risk. Yeah, we all signed that, sure. But I don't think that majority of this, I don't think is crying on YouTube. Okay, I think that these are some very, very, these comments, right, are very relevant. I don't think it's crying. Okay, once again, is the fact that they had government action in California crying? Is that me crying? Is the fact that they got government action in Canada me crying? Is the fact that they got government action in Russia, is that me crying? Okay, is the fact that they froze the trading accounts, is that me crying? Is the fact that they're not paying out the bonus accounts, is that me crying? Is that other folks crying? Are we crying? Or are we just trying to get some answers? Thanks for the comment. All right, let me jump onto the live chat. All right, next up. Novatech will collapse if everyone withdraws their money from the trading accounts. Okay, why is that? Okay, why is that? Let me do some quick math for you. Actually, hang on one second. Let me rewind that for one second. Okay, so Novatech will collapse if everybody tries to withdraw all their money at once. All right. Now, we've got a lot of people who are in Novatech. And can we all agree that Novatech probably has at least $1 million? You know, let's not even use 1 million. Let's use 100,000. Let's say that 3 years ago they had $100,000. Okay. Now I'm just doing the trading alone here. 3 years ago, they had $100,000 total in their liquidity. And they compounded that 3% a week on average. This was 3 years ago. So they compounded it for 3 years, bringing us to where we are today. So just on that $100,000 alone, there would be $10 million. Just on 100,000. Now we know that they've gotten a lot more than that. Now let's put in 1 million. Let's say that 2 years ago they brought themselves up to 1 million. Okay. Well, there's an additional $20 million. Okay. So that's over 30 million. Those are on small numbers. Now they've been compounding, they've been doing all that good stuff, they've been trading, they've been making all these gains that they say they're making. Then why would it crush them if everybody pulled out their account? They should have the money. They should have that money and more. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Next up, Wayne. I hope Novatech don't reach the status of thoughts and prayers. Well, I think we're kind of already there, man. I mean, it's what else can we do? Next up, Antonia. Since Monday withdrawals started, I've received payment. As for pending February and March, we heard they will pay slowly. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. I still stand by everything that I said. I mean, I'm glad that you're receiving your payment. right? I'm glad for that. But what about the others who aren't receiving their payments? Why is it that you're receiving yours and other people aren't receiving theirs? Why is that? Have you heard about funds? Yes, I have, guys. I've heard about funds. I looked at funds, and at this time, I decided not to be a part of funds. Okay, I'll give you my reasons. Well, one reason is, and this is probably the biggest reason, is that somebody I know, they joined funds and immediately got hacked. Right? They got hacked. They got compromised. They, you know, got some money stolen. Right? I mean, and I'm not blaming funds for that, but that kind of put a that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth, just because I know that that happened to somebody personally. So I definitely don't want to do that. And then the other thing is, when I looked at their site, they're one of these platforms that's doing a lot of different things, and I prefer to deal with platforms that are do one thing and do one thing well. Right? With funds, you've got this marketplace that they're doing, you've got this charity thing that they're doing. They've got their hands in a lot of different areas, and they're trying to be, I think, all things to all people. Now, if you're having success with funds, I'm not against that. I mean, I think a lot of people are having success with funds. I would say that if anybody's interested in joining funds, just use your proper risk management. Don't invest anything you can't afford to lose, and ride that baby into the sunset, right? All right. Next up, Pete. I'd gladly pay a fee to get my money out. Yeah. And I just hope that you didn't over leverage yourself, bro. Because yeah, I mean, because as of right now, you can't get it out. I can't get mine out. Nobody can get their money out, right? That would be great if they're able to reinstitute it and charge us a fee, maybe a 5% fee or something like that. That'd be great. Fine. No problem. But it just doesn't look like they're there. It looks like something has happened and they're not telling us, guys. Am I wrong? I mean, am I wrong doesn't it look like something has happened and we don't know what it is and Novatech's not telling us? I mean, let's just use some common sense here. They probably are getting a lot of lawsuits by now. Don't you think? They're definitely not being forthright about that. There could be some actions that are taken again. They might be in court right now and we don't know. We just don't know because they're not communicating. Right? And this has been one of my beefs with them from the start. Why don't you just communicate, guys? Why don't you just tell us what's going on? We can handle it. Right? We're big boys, we're big girls, we can take it. Okay, Reggie, I received all my February bonus withdrawals about 2 weeks ago. Man, good for you. I'm glad, right? It's just it still doesn't negate the fact that these bonus account withdrawals are scattered. Some people are getting them. Some people aren't getting them. Some people are caught up. Some people are not caught up. Right? And there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. Right? So what I was looking for and what I was hoping for and what definitely did not happen, I was hoping that by the end of March, they would have the bonus account withdrawals caught up. And that at the beginning of April, they were going to open back up the trading withdrawals like they said they were going to do, right? They're the ones who said they were going to do it. Novatech said they were going to do it. They went back on it, guys. They backpedaled, right? Is that me crying? Is that us crying because Novatech went back on their word? Is that crying? I don't think so. Now here we are. Tomorrow's going to be is going to be April 1st, and nothing yet. I mean, maybe they'll make an announcement at some point today. Maybe they'll make an announcement tomorrow on April 1st. Maybe they won't say anything. It just doesn't look good. How does it look good? Tell me, guys. I mean, I'm happy that you're getting your bonus account withdrawals. I'm happy for that. I still haven't got mine. A lot of people I know haven't got theirs. Where's the consistency? How can they ever get back on their feet if they can't have basic consistency? All right, next up. They should pause the bonus commissions in favor of those with only trading accounts. We always hear that only 30% of the customers share. So why have they favored that 30% over 70% of us? I use this platform as a long-term investment and I had slash have no intention of withdrawing, but I would like to at least have the option. Yeah, right. I mean, that's absolutely right. And you're doing a good job of staying calm and everything, but I know that I just know that you've got some, if you did it this way and you put a lot of money into Novatech and you're just doing it to grow using their PAM account, man, you're probably feeling the heat right now, right? Because you can't get your money out. Right now as it is today, right now as it is, if you needed to get your money out, you can't do it. That's the problem. All right, next up. Do you get your initial deposit plus interest at the end of the term with Vortic? So let me do a quick example on Vortic for you guys. Um, so let's say that you get a portfolio plan A and you put $10,000 into it. That pays you 4% a week, which is $400, right? Through the portfolio plan A. And you can withdraw that money every Monday. So the plan is 46 weeks long. So that gives you $18,400, okay, in profit. So you got in with 10,000. Now you got $18,400 in profit. Now, at the end of the 46 weeks, you get back $8,000. Okay? You get back $8,000 of that initial 10,000. Bringing your total to $26,400. So you turn $10,000 into $26,400. Okay, simple as that. Simple as that, folks. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why I like the more simplistic platforms because it's easy to understand. You know what you're getting into. You know the amount of risk that you're taking. All that good stuff. All right, next up. I am thinking there is no way anybody at all is surprised by this. And then she said, this is talking about Cynthia, that we are still stuck with her for several months now. Right. They should have actual competent business people run this company. And I like how that idiot Cynthia is like most people don't care about this LOL. So this person is obviously, is hurt and I would say, just don't let it turn you bitter. You know what I mean? Don't let what somebody else is doing live in your head rent free. You know what I mean? Don't let it turn you bitter. Don't let it make you stop trying. Don't let it make you give up. Right? Yes, it's frustrating, right? And I get that, but we just don't have all the facts and we don't have all the information, and that's the problem. Thank you for the comment. Next up, I predict that I predict that we will be able to withdraw a certain percentage a month from our trading account, anywhere from 5 to 20%. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. What I'd just like to see them give some sort of announcement and let us know what happened, what's going on, and what they plan to do about it. Is that really so much to ask? Next up, yes, at least the leader speaks. Just be patient. This is what you need to preach, not negative news. Better late than never. Hope the bonus of February pays off to complete the mess and start over. A great leader under pressure. Okay. So let me ask you a question since you made that comment. How is it preaching negative news when I'm just reporting what's going on? Right? The things that I'm talking about are facts. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm giving the facts and I'm saying, let's look at the facts and let's look at what this looks like. and it doesn't look good, right? If it did look good, I would be happy to say that. I'd be the first person to come on here and say that. I would love it if things turn around and things turn up. But why is it negative to tell the truth? When did being honest become negative? When did telling the truth become negative? Right? You know, a lot of the things and a lot of you guys are Christian, and a lot of the things that Jesus Christ did could have been taken as negative. I mean, he told the religious people of the time the truth. He called them hypocrites, right? He made a whip and he drove people out of the temple. Yeah, that was violence. So, when did telling become negative? When did truth telling become bad? Next up, Novatech is no longer an ATM machine. It was time to change the structure to long term investment. If you don't like it, withdraw your money from the trading account, wait 30 days for that withdrawal, stop crying over YouTube. Okay. The problem is that they didn't say this from the start, right? The problem is that they said they were going to do one thing and now they're doing another. Okay. So it's not crying over YouTube, right? It's that they said that they were going to have this fixed April 1st. They didn't do it, right? They said that they were going to open up the trading accounts again April 1st. They didn't do it. How is that crying? How is that not just pointing out a fact? And that fact is not very favorable to what you personally believe, so you're taking offense at it. But it's just the fact. All right, next up, guys. Mistake was pitching Novatech to people who got in thinking they can use this like an ATM whenever they want. It is a long term play with the purpose of growing PAM. Right. Leaving it in there. Taking weekly ROI. Unfortunate for those who use non risk capital. Well, yeah, but they always said that you could get your trading account out, right? So they didn't position it that way. Maybe that's what it's turning into now. Maybe that's what it will turn into in the future. But what about the people who are already in? They should be able to get their money out. Next up. I don't know how you can say have a career. Oh, this is a comment on Vortic United. I was doing a presentation on Vortic United, and I said that you can have a career with these platforms. And this comment is I don't know how you can say have a career when most of the platforms last 1 year, if that. Like, I would never recommend somebody quit their job and work for Vortic United. It's not sustainable enough. I like your content, though. Keep it up. Good work. Okay, so let me kind of clarify what I was talking about there. So, when I say make a career, I'm not talking about with just one platform. I'm talking about multiple different platforms. So that way, if one of them goes down, you still have, investments and you still are sharing, you still are a link sharer, you still are, you're doing the active things that it takes to help other people sign up, not just with one platform, but with all of the platforms, right? So if you're career minded, right, then you can have a career with Vortic United as well as the other platforms. Okay, but great comment, and I'm glad that I'm able to kind of break that down a little bit more for you guys. Thank you for that. Next up, I did tell everyone that this was going to happen a couple of weeks ago, that April 1st isn't going to happen. I know someone directly connected to Cynthia as to how I knew this info practically a month ago. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Yeah, I mean, you were right. You were definitely right. I was hoping you were wrong, but you were right. So that's Truth Seeker, by the way. Truth Seeker was right. I said that I would tell he was right. He was right. Okay, next comment. I mean, it's not a good idea to open all in withdraw because people still panic and it could lead them to withdraw all the money and will lead the company to collapse. And I believe that nobody wants this. Okay, but is it a good idea to go back on your word? Isn't it a good idea to keep your word? Like if you say you're going to do something, shouldn't you do it? Especially if you've got it on writing in your website, right? I mean, change the website. Yeah. Change the word. Yeah, that's fine. But still, you can agree with what they're doing and you can like what they're doing, but What I don't like is telling people one thing and then doing another. Thank you for the comment. All right, let's check into some of the chats. All right, Reggie, I believe Vortic United will be the best and new platform to invest in. I myself am currently in it, and I love the consistency and business model that they have created. Yes, sir. Cash Money, my group got their money, but I didn't receive mine, and we cash out at the same time. That's what I'm talking about. Where's the consistency? The consistency needs to be there, right? They've got to get, there's got to be communication and there's got to be better consistency. Next up, withdrawals under 1,000 are paid faster than the larger ones. Well, yeah, okay, but why is that? If they've really got all this money, if they've got this large pool of liquidity, this large pool of the trading account, they only traded with 20% of people's income. They only traded with 20% of their liquidity. They're making all these gains every single week. They were compounding it. Where's the money? Why do they have to pay smaller amounts first? That shouldn't even be an issue. That's what I'm saying. Next up, I've been following your channel and liking it. Thank you. Do you think Vortic United is really opening their offices? Well, what I will say about Vortic United is that there have been some major hard-hitting networkers who actually flew out to Istanbul and met Jensen Robles in person so they could vet him. They met him in person. They sat down with him. He did his trading in front of them. They sat there and watched him trade for like a week, right? They took his passport. They verified his identity. So, I mean, are there risks involved? Sure. Never risk anything that you can't afford to lose. There's always going to be a risk involved. But Vortic United has some good things going in its favor. And that's one of the reasons why I like Vortic United. Jensen Robles is a great guy. Check out some interviews on him, right? He's a great guy. He's been a trader. And since I'm a trader myself, I can understand what he's doing. Also, they post the trades live on the site. Who else does that, guys? Right now, not a lot of people are doing that. So you can see the actual trades that Jensen is in. So, yeah. Could it be, could it have problems? Of course, it could have problems in the future. Never invest anything that you can't afford to lose. But I'm making money with Vortic United. I'm really enjoying the platform. Okay. Like I said, I'm getting paid every Monday. So, also, thank you for liking and following the channel. I do greatly appreciate it. Next up, Cash Money. I thought it was first come, first serve. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Can we get some clarity? I mean, can we get some clarity from Novatech? Wouldn't that be nice if we had a little bit of clear communication? All right, next up. Okay, I'm personally not happy that weekly bonuses are delayed, but in the long term, I feel that Novatech is the best investment I've ever had. Well, shout out to you, man. I mean, right now it's. I mean, what if you're never able to get your trading account out, right? What if your slow pay turns into no pay? Is this still going to be the best investment you've ever had? I mean, that's the signs that they're showing. I hope that they don't go down that road, but that's the signs that they're showing. Is it still going to be the best investment you've ever made? That's my question. Next up, even though they seem to be paying lately, big picture, these guys are so liquid that they are going to place percentage limits on bonus account. Probably 80-20. You can take 80% and have to roll the 20. This is what Dap was obviously alluding to in his video earlier this week. The comment, we have to compound more to keep the boat afloat, is basically what he is saying. He was forecasting this message already, guys. Did the Reverend have a sleepless night? I mean, announcement came out awfully early this morning. If they just keep paying, we're good. But we have to be realistic about the outcomes. Basically, the preacher just told y'all the same thing. We want more money going in back into the accounts. What that means is you have to compound some percent from here on out. Not what I signed up for. Right. If it keeps you profitable, okay. But then what's the next calamity? This company needs leadership. That was a great comment, very thoughtful, well put out, and I agree with you, yeah, totally. I mean, If they're going to start making these arbitrary decisions, the least they can do is be clear about the communication. And they ought to give the older people the option to take their money out, right? And to not have to go and abide by these new rules. They should give the older folks, they should let us be grandfathered in, and because they got the money, right? If they're so liquid and they're doing all the trading, they got the money, right? So why not? Next up, I know it's been mentioned before, but it bears repeating. For those of us who do not know other Novatech investors or who have uplines who do not communicate or do not provide trustworthy information, above all else, you are providing honest support and community. Thank you very much for all that you continue to do to help us through this frightening time. Thank you for the comment. You're very welcome. Glad to do it. Next up, I knew that they were going to continue holding people's money past April 1st. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I mean, I was hoping, like I said, I was hoping that they wouldn't do that, but now it looks like they are. Next up, when the market crashed, numerous crypto companies and banks folded. Novatech survived and performed. Mass withdrawals impacted Novatech, Canada, and California situation we saw with our own eyes. Novatech should have communicated better. Now Novatech is still here making necessary changes to prevent the same situation. Those want out will have to wait, point blank. I guarantee you all those talking trash now will be the same ones that stay soon as they get things back to normal. The Novatech platform is built different or they wouldn't still be here. Okay, let me ask you a question. What if those people are not able to get their trading accounts cashed out, even if they want to? What if they get forced into having to roll over some of their account or forced into having to pay a penalty, withdraw their account? Do you think that's right? That's my question. All right, next up. I think what you're doing is feeding off the Novatech FUD while feeding the FUD to grow your listening audience. You have ROI'd, so it doesn't seem to matter to you how this FUD exploitation may impact the success of the Novatech platform. Yes, I agree we should be realistic when it comes to risk. We should in such platforms, but at the same time, maybe we shouldn't try so hard to negatively impact its success. Negativity spreads so quickly here on the wild, wild web, which you should know. It's a catalyst for FUD and vice versa, which you should know. So why spend so much time on Novatech, though? The majority of your videos are on Novatech. The majority of these videos are just you bashing Novatech. You're preaching to the choir when it comes to fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It exists. What's better for Novatech investors, that FUD is spread or that the FUD is lessened? If you're so concerned about the Novatech investors, which you appear to be, please stop trying hard to make Novatech fail. Give them a break. They're going through a tough, and they're going through a challenging time. Wouldn't it be better if they could survive these things, these challenges? There is so much FUD that they open up withdrawals. There will be a scamper to withdraw. Let Novatech continue to give out bonus account withdrawals and in a timely fashion, and reduce the backlog so they can get the opportunity to raise confidence and trust in the platform, so that the FUD would lessen, so that they could find their way back to where they once were, uh, where everything ran smoothly. Why wouldn't that benefit the majority of investors? Well, I've got a simple answer to your question. Because it's not true, it's not sincere, and it's not real, truthful, honest communication, right? You know, what you're saying here is that people should just be positive about it, you know? And you're also saying that somehow I'm contributing to the downfall of Novatech. I don't believe that for a second, right? I don't believe that for 1 second. I think it's just honesty, and I think we want to hear better communication from Novatech, right? And yeah. So once again, am I the one who made the Canada announcement? No. Am I the one who made the California announcement? No. Am I the one who froze the trading accounts? No. Am I the one who slow played on the bonus accounts? No. Am I the one who said we were going to open things back up by April 1st and then didn't do it? No. So I think your anger here is misplaced, man. You know, it doesn't do any good to try to be Mr. Positive, right? And like that's somehow going to save the platform. Let's just call it what it is, right? Next up, it's clear that they're lying. It's just numbers on a computer screen. When you go to access your money, it's not there. That's why people can't pay people out. Yeah, and that's the concern that a lot of folks have. Next up, at least we're getting some type of feedback from here. Talking about Cynthia, they do need to do whatever they have to do to quickly get caught up on all the bonus withdrawals. When people start getting paid bonus withdrawals weekly, I do believe then people will be more inclined to wait on them to get their house back into order. There will probably be a lot less weekly withdrawals now due to the 250 minimum limit. If it was a rug pull, people would not still be getting paid. Okay, but if it's not a rug pull, you should still do what you said you're going to do, right? And if you say you're going to do one thing, you ought to do what you said. If you write something on your website, you ought to abide by what you wrote on your website, right? I mean, let's just get some communication going here. All right, next up. Exactly. They're always talking about people panicking, but fail to acknowledge that it was them that made people panic by not communicating. Thank you. All of this word salad that they are doing has made people lose respect for their company. A lot of people just aren't interested in being part of this anymore. That's why they have to hold people's money against their will because people would just leave. It's the lack of integrity for me. No one wants to do business with a company that they can't trust. I would agree with you. I think for me that the biggest red flag is the lack of honest, forthright communication and just tell us what happened. I mean, obviously, they're not wanting to do that. I don't know if they're ever going to do that. I don't know if we're ever going to know. Right. And I'm not saying that they're exactly rug pulling, right? That's not what I'm saying. Now, there is such thing as a slow rug pull, but we don't know if Novatech's a Ponzi or not. Nobody has proved that. That has not been determined in a court of law, right? So, you're right. If it was a rug pull, they would have done better to do it last year. I agree. But I don't. I mean, I don't care one way or the other. What I care about is why don't you be honest with your people and let us know what's going on? Next up, very strange that all these people are able to reach out to the CEO and send her messages willing to help, but not a single member can get in touch with corporate or have their concerns answered and their messages read. Shaking my head. Correct. Good question. Who are all these people that are supposedly getting a hold of Cynthia to give her well wishes? I would like to know because, the people who are part of Novatech, we can't even get our support answered, right? That's a L. That's a L. Next up, she is doing everything she can to preserve this platform. She is right about no business can survive a mass withdrawal from trading account. I mean, no business can stand. And you, dude, you're doing a terrible job communicating this message. You're somehow negative towards Novatech. I really don't think you're good for platform success. You're knowledgeable enough to open a YouTube account and talk about Novatech. At least be honest on how this type of business runs. What can make it successful and what can bring the whole business down? Haven't I said that? Novatech needs new parameters. I believe mass withdrawals should not be allowed. I believe it should be like some banks. You should not just try to withdraw a large sum amount of money for short period of time. Novatech should not allow everyone to withdraw everything from their trading account at once. So what's the point of investing to begin with? I think you should stop making videos about Novatech. And that's what I think about you. Your comments and L. Obviously, you haven't watched a lot of my videos. You don't know that I do talk about those things on here. I do talk about risk management. I talk about investing. I talk about all of that, right? I talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Also, is there anything? Answer me this. Answer me this. Okay. Is there anything that this company could do that would actually make you criticize it? Because I don't think there is. They have bold-faced lied to you, lied to your face, told you one thing, done another, and you're coming back for more. So, is there anything that they could do? I mean, seems to me like they could do anything and get away with anything, and you would be okay with it. And you just want us YouTubers to come on here and be positive about it. Everything that you're saying on here, you're trying to justify what already previously happened. Oh, yeah, people should hold the money in the account. Yeah. Novatech shouldn't allow people to withdraw. So every time Novatech makes a decision, you go along and you come afterwards like the Pied Piper and you say, "Oh yeah, this is what they should be doing." You're not thinking for yourself, okay? You're probably super invested. Also, you're definitely not using spell check and you're not checking your grammar. Your comment was long, it was run on, it was hard to read. And it's just not true. Okay? I give people a lot of good sauce on this channel, so I'm not just coming on here to bash Novatech. All right, next up. You're such a hothead, you should try decaf. No. Next up. I predicted this, not surprised, and don't care anymore. Now, this is an interesting thing, guys, and I'll tell you why. Because this is the attitude, and I kind of feel this way too. Like a lot of people are getting to this place of, well, it's over. It's just a matter of time. I predicted this, not surprised, and don't care anymore. I knew 2 weeks ago that there was no way they were going to open up the trading account withdrawals. There is the possibility that they do open them with severely limited window to withdraw and a limit on how much you can take at a time. Who knows? Well, one can always hear the hesitation in her voice. Yeah, in the messages from her, and it almost sounds like she's trying to manage the negative response. Good comment, man. And yeah, the thing is, it is that, and and you're the way that you feel is how a lot of people are feeling now. It's just like, okay, whatever, it is what it is. This thing is it's slow rugging. It's just going away slowly but surely. It's going to be gone, and I just don't care anymore, right? And more and more people are feeling that way. Is that good for Novatech? I don't think so. And you know why they're feeling that way? Because there hasn't been honest, forthright, good, transparent communication. Honest, forthright, transparent communication. Tell us what's going on. Tell us what happened if something did happen. Tell us how you plan to change. Tell us the things that you're going to implement that are going to make sure that those things never happen again. Right? Communicate. But all you've been doing is you've been poorly communicating. You've been freezing the trading accounts. Now you're slow playing the bonus accounts, and people can't get their money. Right? But no problem here, right? Nothing to see here. Let's just stay positive, folks. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, right? Let's just stay positive. All right, let me check out the chat. Okay. Truth Seeker. Welcome, Truth Seeker. Good to see you. And I did shout you out, by the way. I told you that I was going to say that you were right, and I did. You're right. Truth Seeker was right, everybody. Truth Seeker was right. My man, Truth Seeker. The majority of people speaking positivity about Novatech are the ones that have gotten their original seed money out and have made profits and are incentivized to speak positively. Positively. So let people vent. Right. And I'm one of those, man. I mean, I did get my seed money out. I also got my profits out. But still, I got to call it like I see it, right? What good does it do ignoring what good does it do ignoring the red flags? What good does that do? Next up, True Seeker. Communication is key, and shame on Novatech for not knowing that. I'm telling you, man. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's like, I've created a monster. They created a monster. It got so big, it blew up, and they didn't know. It's like, okay, we don't know what to do now. We don't know what to do. Lo-Fi Code 5 Beats. What's up, Lo-Fi Code 5 Beats? Good to see you. There sure is a lot of Novatech cult members sipping the Kool-Aid in these comments. Yeah. Well, like I said, man, they're randomly selected comments. So sometimes I get more of a varied selection. Yeah, man, a lot of people have been coming on the broadcast and they have been just like, it's like they're not giving any actual real feedback. They're not arguing with the points. They're not logically arguing the points. They're just coming on and they're saying these talking points, right? And they're just saying that I'm negative, or they say that I'm being negative, but they're not saying exactly how, right? Or that I should stop, or that I should stop sharing about Novatech. Why? I mean, if you don't like it, just don't watch it, right? I mean, it just baffles my mind how you can have one red flag after another, one problem after another, and then when I'm on here saying something about it, it's like I'm wrong for that. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Helps me out a ton when you get guys hit the like button. Precious love, house money is the way to go. Yes, it is. And now, on that note, okay, guys, make sure that you go and watch my videos, the 5 risk management principles to help you make money in these passive income opportunities. Because if you practice these 5 principles, you're going to do better, right? Your trading's going to do better. Your platform, working with platforms, is going to do better. You're going to have better success, right? Practice your risk management principles at all times. And for a lot, now let's say that Novatech does fail, that Novatech does rug pull. They either get shut down or they just start slow paying, or they just, there's companies out there that keep the back office going, and it looks like you're compounding and making a lot of money. You just can never get to it, right? Maybe that's what they do. We don't know what they're going to do. But let's say that it does go like that and you lose a large sum of money. Let that be a lesson to you to use these risk management strategies and to practice those into the future. Good comment. All right, next up, I will just keep withdrawing from. I'm withdrawing on Monday until I no longer can. Okay, that's one way to do it. Next up, at this point, I would rather get my capital invest elsewhere. Nevertheless, I am still rooting for their success, but I'm not blind to the red flags. I live in Realville, and I have been on this road before. I live in Realville. I'm a believer in God, and my faith is in Him. It doesn't make me blind to the darkness that exists in this world, even in the crypto world, bro. I feel you. Thank you. Yeah, I do too, man. And it's not like, it's not like I'm against that, right? I'm a firm believer, right? And but the thing is, I also believe in reality, and I don't practice make believe, right? You can believe in reality, right? You can practice real believing. You don't have to practice make believe, right? And too many times, a lot of believers get into the problem if they get into make believe, right? And that's when you start getting outside of the will of God. So they're no longer saying thy will be done. They're saying my will be done. I'm going to believe this into existence. My will be done. But even Jesus Christ said thy will be done. And he prayed that he wouldn't have to go to to go get crucified. He prayed to God, if possible, please take this cup from me. Not my will, but yours be done. You know what the answer was? It was no. God said no to Jesus Christ, and he had to go walk that walk. He had to do that. So it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, guys. So don't be deceived by make believe, right? Let's stay grounded in reality. Yes, let's be believers. Let's be strong. Let's be courageous. Let's be powerful. Let's have faith. But don't get into make believe. That's a trap, right? And that's something that a lot of people fall into. That's a good comment. Thank you. Next up, just received a large four-figure bonus account payout. Cool. Still waiting on 3 others from EA from earlier in March. Okay, including a very large consolidated one. I have hope that I will eventually receive those. Well, yeah, man. I last received a payout that at the end of February for 4 figures. Okay, good. Good to see that they're paying out large requests. Hopefully, it happens more often going forward. I just want to see some consistency. Okay. The problem here is that it's happening with you and it's happening with others, but it's not happening with me and it's not happening with others. It's like it used to be just consistent across the board, and it's not that. And you can't say that it is. And that's a red flag, right? To me, that's a red flag, right? So, next up, congratulations on the first live broadcast. Hey! Thank you. You did a fantastic job. I personally like the long form content. This was so great. This was great. You have my support, Vaughn. Thank you for your support. Okay. I really appreciate your comment. Thank you for the support. Yeah. The thing about going live is I like the ability to chat with you guys in real time. Okay. And I just, you know, I also think that the YouTube algorithm, it's good to go live because YouTube will notify people when you're going live, right? And so the only thing that I don't like so far about going live is it seems like my live videos are not being shared in my regular video feed. So can you guys give me any feedback on that? Because it seems like you have to go to you have to go to my channel, then you have to click on live to go and see my live videos. But I want to make it so that my live videos get shared in the regular feed. Does anybody know how to do that? Or does anybody have any criticism or comments that they can give me on that so that I can figure it? Because I don't want to have to like upload it a second time and then post it. I will if that's what I have to do. But since these are long form and they usually go for a while, it takes a long time to re-upload them. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know, guys, if you know anything about that. All right, next up. I have now 23,000 in bonus requests. I hope they listen to you. You talk very good sense. Okay, thank you, man. And I hope that you get your bonus requests. I really do. Next up, Novatech has fixed the poll. Apparently, 80%, 86% of people think that being able to earn on a regular bonus payment is more important than their initial deposit. Yeah, right. I think they will say this on April 1st and they won't pay people back their initial deposit because the polls say people prefer, people prefer bonus payments instead. Just another lie from Novatech. Yeah, man, I hope it's not a lie, but they have been lying. Okay, whether it's a lie, intentional lie or unintentional, when you say you're going to do something and then you don't do it, what do you guys think? Does that qualify for a lie? Next up, here's a comment. Shut up. Okay, so are you saying that are you like telling me to shut up like you don't like me, or are you saying shut up like preach it? I'm going to take it that you're saying shut up, preach it. Okay, I will, man. I will preach it. Thank you for the comment. Next up, too bad I can't access any of my Novatech funds at all right now, right? I only had 568.17 in my trading account, so I'm not earning much per week, excuse me, especially considering the recent yield, longer than recent actually, and the monthly fees. So I can't withdraw anything, 250 minimum withdrawal and no withdrawal from trading. Been in for about a year now, and I still haven't got one referral to help with that. Now, with the current issues, I don't know if I could even suggest Novatech with its current status slash restriction. So, okay, man, I'm going to give you a little bit of sauce right now. Thank you for that comment. Okay, so here's a good thing. You only have $568 in there. Now, 568 is not nothing. Okay, it's not nothing. But remember, some people have over hundreds of thousands of dollars in there that could potentially lose and will probably potentially lose their trading account. So be thankful that you didn't have more in there. Okay, now, yes, you have run into a problem in that you're still having to pay the $25 fee and you can't withdraw any of your bonus accounts because it's going to take a long time for you to hit that 250. Also, you haven't been able to get any referrals. And you're having a crisis of conscience right now because you don't want to refer Novatech because you know it's like you're referring them a lemon right now. It's like you're selling a used car. You know that the car is going to break down and you know that there's something wrong with the car and you don't want to sell it anyway. So I applaud you for that. That's good. Okay. Here's what to do. Learn from this, my friend. Learn from it. Okay. You don't have to sign up for anything under me if you don't want to, but check out VORTIC United. Get in at the top. Check out VidiLook. Get in at the top. It's hard to recruit for Novatech because everybody knows about Novatech, and it's like I was saying before. Everybody who's joined, everybody who was going to join has already joined. So let me pull this back out in case you weren't on when I had it out. If you get in at the bottom, you're not going to be able to bring all these new people in because there's not enough new people in the world. All the people are already in. But if you get in at the top, then you're able to bring the new people in and you're able to benefit from that. Okay? Don't give up. Let this be a lesson. Thank you for your comment. Next up. I would say both too, but I'm not upset that they said either or. And this is talking about the poll. Should they either give people their initial deposit back or should they allow people to withdraw from their trading account? I withdraw from their bonus account. I said it should be both. They shouldn't make us choose. He said, this person said, I would choose both too, but I'm not upset that they said either or. Anyway, as long as we're able to agree to disagree peacefully, I have no problem with you. And I'm with you on being positive, but realistic at the same time. I consider myself an optimistic realist. Right on, man. I have no problem with anybody, okay? And we can always agree to disagree on things. Listen, man, I don't have a problem. Even the haters, I don't have a problem with. Okay. So you can say anything in my comments. You can say anything you want on my channel. I'm not going to, like uh, beefing with people over the internet. That's not my style. Okay, that's not my style. Anybody, if you guys know me in real life and you know me, you know about me, then you know it's not my style, right? I prefer face to face, right? I prefer not to beef at all, right? But if somebody's going to disrespect over the internet, whatever, come say it to my face, and then we can talk, right? Next up. They should at least give everyone's initial investments back. And I thought these guys were trading crypto. Where's the money at? That's what I've been asking. Right? If you got all this money, you're making all this money, right? All these percentages, you're trading the crypto, you're only using 20% of the liquidity. You're growing it week after week. Where did all your money go? Right? Why is this an issue now? Right? It's a simple question. Can we get an answer? That'd be nice. All right, next up. The people that's now bashing you will soon say sorry because right now they are living in a state of denial. Yeah, I mean that could be, man. I mean, there's a grieving process, and the grieving process is denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. So it's when you lose the loss of a loved one, or if like say Novatech is dying and people are going through a grieving process, the first thing they're going to do is deny that it's happening. This can't be happening, right? I put $300,000 in this thing. This can't be happening. I can't be losing $300,000. Denial. Next is anger. A lot of people are in the anger phase, right? Next is bargaining. Okay, if I go along with everything that Novatech is telling me to do, it'll be okay. So let me just go on everybody's social media and say that I'm going along with Novatech and I'm rolling with it. I'm good with it. And that's the bargaining stage. Then it's the depression. It's like you realize, okay, I lost out on this one. Then you go through a sadness, a depression, a period of, you don't want to wake up, you don't want to get out of bed in the morning, right? That's the depression phase. That's the most dangerous phase, right? You'll never go through that if you diversify, right? That's why I always preach on here, diversify. Right, and then at the end, you accept it. Okay, I lost. I lost here. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to get back up, and I'm going to make a change for the better. Hit the like button. If you got some sauce from what I said just now, hit that like button because nobody else is giving you this type of sauce. Okay, nobody else is giving you this kind of sauce that I'm giving you here at the Unlimited Freedom Network, guys. Okay, we're breaking it down for you. We're getting into the psychology of it. We're getting into the nuts and bolts of it when it comes to trading. We do all of that. Okay, so hit the like button. Do me a favor. Next up, I'm speaking positively about Novatech, and I haven't withdrew what I deposited. Okay, yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, I don't have a problem with speaking positively about it. I'm just saying let's get the issues out there and let's get some better communication going on. I would love to get some better communication from the company, man. I really would. Right? I would love to be positive, but right now they're showing me some red flags. I mean, are you saying that what I'm saying is wrong? Because if you're saying that what I'm saying is wrong, that's fine, but just give me a good argument. That's all I ask. Next up, True Seeker. One of the reasons I love this channel is you, Vaughn. All right, thanks, bro. Keeps it real, although you have gotten your seed money out. Real respects. Real, that's what you get to hear on Unlimited Freedom, right? Unlimited Freedom Network. We're bringing it to you like that on the Unlimited Freedom Network. Okay, and it's a network, guys, because we're not putting all our eggs in the same basket, right? We're diversifying. We're doing a multitude of different things at the same time. That way, if one of them does fail, we've got other options, baby. We've got other things going for us, right? That's how you stay positive. That's how you win in the long term with these types of deals. Next up, Precious Love. I can't join the crypto program or Vortic United. USDT is not allowed in my state. Is there a way around that? Yep. Yep. Register in a state where it's allowed. Right. There's a great website called. Let me actually get the real site for you. It's not free. I think it costs like 9.95 a month to do this, but I've done this and it works good. Let me see something. Bear with me one second. I'm a guy, so I can't do two things at the same time. Mm, Okay, let me see. Trying to find the exact site here. There's a website where you can get a mailbox. Yeah, there's a website where you can get a virtual mailbox out of state. Let me see. Okay, it's called Post Scan Mail or iPostal One. iPostal One. Okay, that's the one that I would recommend. Let me see if I can put it in the chat for you guys. Okay, iPostal One. Now, the cool thing about this is you can get a mailbox and you can actually get an address in any state, right? So you can get yourself a mailbox address in a state that allows USDT, and then you can register from that mailbox. Okay, hit the like button, guys. Shout out to this sauce that I'm bringing you guys. Okay, hey, we gotta do what we gotta do, right? The world is the wild wild west when it comes to crypto, right? People are coming down on crypto. People are trying to, they're trying. What are they trying to do? They're trying to make it so everybody stays in their lane. They don't want you to break out. They don't want you to get free financially, right? So the regulators start coming, right? They start coming after you. They start making it harder for you to join a platform, right? They start making it harder for you to hold crypto. They don't really want us to succeed. They call it the land of opportunity, right? But what's really going on, man? When you put in all these rules and regulations onto your people to where they can't get ahead, right? Hit the like button, guys. Nobody else is bringing you this kind of sauce. I Postal One, guys. If you need to get around an issue like that, I've had to do it myself. Okay, that's how you do it. It's not illegal. I'm not telling you to do something illegal here, right? It's perfectly legal. You can get a postal address in a different state, and then you can conduct your business under the rules of that state using that postal address. Right? That's how you do that. All right. Facto. All the platform you talk about, I make money. Facts, facts, facts. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Now, listen, it's not, I'm going to make mistakes too. Okay. I'm going to make mistakes too. All right. There was one thing I got on here with this Infinity Card Club thing, and it never amounted to anything, right? I just took it off. I don't talk about it anymore. So, not everything is going to be a home run. Okay. But what I try to do is I try to vet the new opportunities. Okay, and I get into the new opportunity and make sure that it's working for me before I start talking about it on here. Does that mean that they're all not going to rug pull? No, it could happen, right? That's why I preach never invest anything that you can't afford to lose. Does it mean that they're all going to be here for the long term? No, I don't know. I hope so, right? I hope VidiLook never goes away. You know, if I would have known about VidiLook, look, your buddy Vaughn, right? Your buddy Vaughn has been around the block, right? Your buddy Vaughn, this is, I've been around, right? I've been through some things, okay? I've been through some things, and guys, when I was young, when I was having my first jobs and working with my first companies and stuff like that, I wish VidiLook would have been around, man. I mean, I would make more money off of VidiLook in a day than I was making at those jobs back then. So, man, I hope that these things last a long time, but if they don't, here's how you get around that. Get in early. Okay? Don't come in on the end of something, right? Um only invest what you can afford to lose. At the end of the day, if you put this money in and you say, "Hey, if this went away tomorrow, am I okay with losing this money?" And if the answer is no, don't do it. Then rock with that money, get your seed money back, pull your seed money out. Boom. As soon as you get your seed money back, pull it out. Now you're at zero risk. Okay. Then let that new money that you've got in there, that house money, build you up a little bit of profit, right? Here's how I do my profit. I do a 3-to-1. Okay. So if you invested $500, my profit, I want $1,500. So on that 500, I want to create $1,500, right? So I put in the 500. I make another 500. Okay, you guys tracking with me? I put in 500. I double it, right? And then I pull out that initial 500. So now I've got my seed money back and $500 in the site. But my goal is $1,500. So I let that 500 double, and then I let it grow again up to $1,500, and I pull out that $1,500. Okay, boom! I just made my profit, 3-to-1. Okay. Now, guys, nobody else is giving you this kind of sauce. Okay, so make sure that you guys hit the like button. I like a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. I'm risking 1 to win 3, right? I'm risking 1 to gain 3. Okay, but you can do any type of risk to reward ratio that you want. Now, what do I do after I get that profit? I just repeat it. If the platform's still there, I just hit repeat. I hit repeat. Okay, that's how it's done, guys. I mean, and that's how if you got to go and rewind this video and watch it again, then do so. A cash. How about Novatech? Just got in. Yeah, man. What I would say right now is since you just got into Novatech, here's the reality for you. Your money is stuck right now. You once you make a 250 USDT or USD or whatever, once you make 250 in your bonus account, then you can put in a request to withdraw that on Monday and you may get it, right? Because I've been hearing that people have been getting their bonus account withdrawal requests on Monday. But as for that initial money that you put in, they haven't those accounts are frozen right now. So they haven't unlocked those accounts. So what you want to do is, I would say, don't put any more money into Novatech. Look for other opportunities. Okay, that's what I would recommend for you. And then if Novatech comes back and they get back up and running in the future, great. Then you can put some more money in. But for right now, I would look elsewhere to put any new money in. And now speaking of new opportunities, guys, I want to make a couple of new platform announcements here while I am live with you guys. And one of them is Project 25. Project 25 is here. Okay. Now this C12 thing, Cash, make sure you send me an email about that, okay? Because I want to look into that. Project 25, ladies and gentlemen, the link's in the description. Check out Project 25. Guys, I'm making 25% per month on my crypto. Okay, so there you go. What am I doing? I'm making 25% per month on my crypto. How am I doing it? Click the link and check out Project 25. It's pretty cool. Okay, it's pretty cool. I'm excited. I've talked about Project 25 before, but I'm excited to bring it back onto the platform. I'm excited to bring it back onto the site because, man, it is cool. And it's super easy to use. The website's awesome. Make sure you guys check out Project 25, okay? Shout out to Project 25, okay? Now, brand new breaking news announcement. Okay, brand new breaking news announcement. I'm getting involved. I've gotten involved in a new platform, guys. Now, in my description, this platform is called, okay, Sportsbook Partners. Sportsbook Partners. All right, now that's not the actual name of the platform, but that's the name in my description because that describes what this platform does. Now, I've always been a sports fan. I've never been a big gambler, right? But I do know that the house always wins, guys. The house always wins. And I used to live in Las Vegas. I lived in Vegas for 5 years. And one thing about the sports books, guys, is that whether you won a bet or lost a bet, the sports book always made money. The house always wins, right? The casino always makes the money. At the end of the day, yeah, you might hit here, you might hit there, you might lose here, you might lose there, but the house always wins. What if I told you that you can get into not betting, not sports betting, but contributing to the liquidity of a real sports book and getting a percentage of all of that profit. Right? What if I told you that you could get in the sports book business, right? By contributing to the liquidity of a real sports book that's really making money, and you could get a profit, a percentage profit. Guys, I just got in. I already got paid today, right? I'm getting my 1% on a 100,000, not 100, excuse me, a $1,000 package, right? Just to test it out, to test the water, see if it works. I got myself a $1,000 package, and I just got paid $10 today, right? It's 1%, baby. And I get paid every day, right? Until that 1,000 doubles, right? Then once it doubles, I have to take that money out and buy a new package. So I'm doubling my money, right? And then I could just rinse and repeat and buy a new package, right? In the world of sports betting, in the world of sports, right? So it's cool because it's not a trading thing. It's that, it doesn't have to fall under all the legalities of Forex trading. It's not, in this case, it's not an advertising arbitrage, which we like to do some advertising arbitrages here. But this is a brand new opportunity in a brand new sector, right? The sports book sector, right? Now, I know that sports books make money. And I know that casinos make money because the house always wins. So instead of actually getting into sports betting, which I don't want to do, I found a way to get into an actual real sports book. And I'm sharing in the profits, baby. I'm sharing in the profits. Now, they specialize in the sport of soccer, right? And soccer is a worldwide sport. It's known everywhere. And here's the thing. I'm going to give you a little bit of extra sauce, extra secret sauce from your buddy Vaughn here at Unlimited Freedom, okay? Because I'm not just going to give you a bland presentation. I'm going to give you some real sauce, okay? And the real sauce is this, guys. I lived in Vegas for 5 years, and I know about sports betting. And I know that in sports betting, one, the house always wins. The sport book always wins. But I also know that there's people who have a full-time job. Their full-time career is sports betting. And what they do is they look at all the statistics, they look at all the player statistics, they look at all the numbers, they look at all the history. These are numbers, guys. You ever heard of counting cards at blackjack? You know how some people can count the cards at blackjack and those people always get kicked out of the casino because they're basically cheating? Well, these people, they're counting cards, so to speak, but they're doing it within the realm of sports. Okay, they're doing it within the realm of sports. So they're betting on the Cardinal game. They're betting on the baseball game. They're betting on the hockey game. They're betting on the football game. They're betting on the tennis matches. All of the, anything that has to do with sports, they're betting on. Now, what they're doing is they're going and they're selling their services to people. Like, hey, I can tell you who's going to win this, that, or the other thing, and they sell their services, and that's how they make a living. And then other people buy those services, place those bets, and make money. But you know who makes money the whole time? The house. You know who's making money the whole time? The sports book. The sports book is always making the money regardless. So I just figured out a way to invest in the actual sports book. And I just got paid today, and it feels good, ladies and gentlemen. It feels good. The link is my description. Sportsbook Partners. That's not actually what it's called, right? But for reasons of compliance, I'm calling it Sportsbook Partners, and I'm sharing with you what it does. I'm sharing what it's doing for me. Don't forget to check out Project 25 as well, guys. So Project 25, what's happening? I'm making 25% on my crypto, ladies and gentlemen. Sportsbook Partners, what's happening? I'm making 10% a day. I'm sorry, 1%, excuse me, 1% a day. Sharing in the profits of a real active sports book. So I'm excited because I just got into another business opportunity, right? I've never been in the sports business before, so I'm super excited because I'm a sports fan. For those of you who don't know, well, one thing about me, guys, is I like to, I'm I've achieved the financial freedom. I've achieved the time freedom. I'm not saying that in a spirit of arrogance. I'm saying that in a spirit of gratitude. And I'm blessed enough to be able to go out to eat every night. And I happen to like a sports bar near my house. It's got a bunch of big screen TVs, all the sports play there. I grab a newspaper and I go out to eat. I sit down at the sports bar. I watch the news. I watch the sports. I read the newspaper. Make some phone calls if I need to do that. I just hang out there. I have dinner, and it's kind of like a little routine of mine, right? And I've always wanted to get into sports somehow, and so I'm just so happy that I have the opportunity to do that with this Sportsbook Partners platform. So check those out in the description, guys. Let me hit the last of the comments. All right, love C12. Cool. True Seeker. Well, Novatech no longer has the option to choose the thumbs down emoji on any of their polls or videos. They removed that option. How sad. Well, of course they did, man. Of course they did. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about DAP, and DAP don't want to hear an opinion that does not belong to DAP. So if you got a different opinion, yeah, you ain't gonna go too far, okay? Next up, I love VidiLook. Awesome, man. I love me some VidiLook too. I really do, man. It's cool. I just took out a nice withdrawal from VidiLook this morning. It's just like, it's awesome, man. It's like, this is great. This thing, I mean, the question for me always is, does it work? Right? You can have the fanciest platform, the fanciest website, you can talk a great game. At the end of the day, man, does it work? And VidiLook works, right? VidiLook's been working for me. So there you go. Here is C12. Okay. Thank you. And then Precious Love, are these platforms sustainable? 25% per month. Okay. So with the Project 25, the 25% per month platform, right? It is in the realm of advertising. Okay. So according to the people that the platform works with, they're making a lot of revenue from advertising. So let me put it to you like this. Let's say I want to borrow $10,000 from you. Okay? And I know that I can take that 10,000 and turn it into $60,000 over the course of a month with my ad campaigns, because I know how to use Google AdWords. I know how to use the words that are going to get the most traffic. I know how to use Facebook ads. I know how to use Bing. I know how to use Amazon. I know that I can take $10,000 and turn it into 60,000 with my skills. Okay, with my advertising skills. Now, here's the deal. If you give me $10,000, loan me $10,000, I'm going to pay you 25% a month on that $10,000. Right? It works for me, it works for you, and if you like the deal, you can come back and give me another 10,000 anytime you like, and we can do the same deal. It works for me because I'm 6xing that money. It works for you because you're getting a perpetual 25%, right? That's going to continue to pay you over time, right? So, I mean, and it, so there it is. I mean, and so that's the idea behind it. Now, is it sustainable? 25% a month? Well, that is up to you to decide. Okay. Now, I know that you can do something like that, like with an arbitrage trading thing. Like if you gave me $10,000 and I traded it for you, I know that I could give you a percentage every month, no problem, and I could still make a lot of money, no problem, right? Because I'm a trader, I understand how it works, right? And this Project 25 specializes in the ad space. So what I would do if I were you, I would click the link and go and learn about it for yourself. Doesn't cost you anything to click a link. You're not making any kind of commitment. Just learn about it for yourself. If it seems like something you'd be interested in, go for it. If not, hey, that's fine too. All I can tell you is that I'm making money with it, right? I'm getting crypto with it. I'm making 25% on my crypto. And I can tell you that it's working for me, right? And, a lot of other folks that I know. Also, this is a new one, right? So I don't know if you're a link sharer, or I don't know if you like to, you know, share the opportunities with others. If you do, it's always good to get in on at the top, and you would definitely be getting in at the top with this Project 25. Okay. Does anybody else got anything for me? Any questions, comments? All right, going once, going twice. And great to have you guys here. This has been Vaughn with Unlimited Freedom. Don't forget to like the video, hit the subscribe button, make sure that you hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I release a new video. This has been the live broadcast Q&A session, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys.